Tonight, Old Trafford hosts two of the best international sides in the world. The Theatre of Dreams welcomes a galaxy of stars, including two of the world's finest players.
What a strike that was from Ronaldo. Messi! Oh, what a strike! What an absolute screamer! Oh, that's a genius! A class apart! It's about an effort, oh, and what an effort! It's Sergio Aguero for Manchester City. Pablo Zabaleta hits it. Tevez! This time off the post and in. Tevez with a great strike.
It is a mouth-watering international between two eye-catching sides and a terrific cast list as well. But two names stand out above all the rest. Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, the headliners, as Argentina and Portugal go head-to-head. We are live here at the Theatre of Dreams at Old Trafford. It is Argentina against Portugal for this international friendly, live right with you here on MUTV. Well, tonight's all about two terrific players, two great teams as well, and two top pundits with me as well.
I thought you were talking about us there when you said two great players.
Well, I can only say so much. Brian Robson and Gary Pallister, of course, alongside me for this. We're really looking forward to this game, aren't we? Because everyone's talking about Ronaldo against Messi, but there are so many more players on show tonight, aren't there?
And there's great players all over the park. I mean, Argentina proved that getting to the World Cup final. You know, Portugal, okay, they're maybe in a slight rebuilding programme, but when Ronaldo is playing, you know, it's really entertaining to watch, and that's what we're after for this evening.
And people always say if you've got Ronaldo or Messi in your team, you've always got a chance of winning, haven't you? So when they're playing each other, what's going to happen?
So we're expecting a draw tonight then, are we? We're going to even themselves out. No, it is great. What a chance for the public of Manchester to come down and obviously see one of their sons, Cristiano, playing. And Lionel Messi, the two of them now have been vying for the best player in the world for about the last 5 or 6 years. So maybe there's going to be a chance for a few people to vote tonight as well.
When you look at Ronaldo, I mean, what he did here, you just thought, what a fantastic player. It can't get any better. So the manager sort of like, he wants to leave, and so you let him go on. But since he went to Real Madrid, he's got even better again.
Frightening, isn't it? Sunday League stats from the two of them, by the way, with all the goals they're scoring, of course. As you can see, Portugal out behind us, warming up. Both sides are here at Old Trafford, and of course we're greeted with a very warm welcome by the fans here. And of course, not only about Ronaldo and Messi tonight, but also Nani, who's back here at Old Trafford, of course on loan at Sporting Lisbon, and also Angel Di Maria as well, who's made a terrific start to his career with Manchester United. But of course, earlier on, as we saw these guys arriving, some of them just travelling across the city in some ways to get here, albeit they've been away with Argentina in the last few days. Angel Di Maria and Sergio Aguero, of course. Di Maria starting for Argentina tonight. We'll bring you the full team news very shortly indeed. Marcos Rocco as well with the Argentina squad. Not involved, obviously, with injury, the dislocated shoulder that he had recently, so we wish him well with his recovery. And of course, there he is with a red hat on. Now, people are always clinging to something to get a headline. Ronaldo wants to come back to Old Trafford wearing a red hat.
Did you not say it had Man United on it?
And Nani there, of course, as well. And the Portuguese coaching staff too. Terrific to see Ronaldo and Messi here tonight. We can see the Portugal side behind us. Let's find out who's actually taking to the field from the start for both sides. Team news comes from Stuart Gardner.
Well, the good news is that Ronaldo and Messi, the two main men, both start today. It's two star-studded squads. Here are the teams then. We're going to start with Argentina, lining up in a 4-3-3. Just a second cap for the goalkeeper, Guzmán. He's in goal. In the back four, Roncaglia, Demichelis of City, Otamendi and Ansaldi at left back. Three in midfield, anchored by Mascherano, flanked by Pastore and Biglia. Then a front three that's quite handy. Messi, Higuaín and Di María, United's own Galactico. The likes of Sergio Aguero and Carlos Tevez on the bench. I'm sure we'll see plenty of changes as the night wears on. This is the Portugal lineup then, with Ronaldo and Nani both in it. They're not playing with, if you like, a regular striker, so it looks to me as though Danny will be the midfielder who's the furthest forward, or will help out Ronaldo and Nani. They've got Beto in goal. Back four, Bosingwa, who retired from international football, but he's back in from the cold, the former Chelsea man. Bosingwa, Pepe of Real Madrid, Alves, and then Thiago Gomez at left back, a first cap for him. In midfield, Andre Gomez, Thiago, vastly experienced player from Atletico Madrid, and the clever João Moutinho. Nani and Ronaldo will be wide, and then Danny, if you like, is the most attacking of the midfielders. We expect him to be the furthest forward. And they're not really playing with an all-out centre forward like Postiga or like Eder there on the bench, but it'll be great to see Nani and it'll be great to see Ronaldo, and it's great for everybody here tonight that the two main men, Ronaldo and Messi, are starting, and of course United's own Ángel Di María.
Thank you, Stuart. Stuart will be commentating on the game shortly for us, of course, in the company of Terry Gibson tonight. But interesting looking at those two teams, guys. Gary, as a centre-back, how would you fancy facing the likes of Messi, Higuaín and Di María as a front three?
I think I'd have been pulling a calf or something shortly before, in the warm-up maybe, perhaps. Yeah, that's an exciting front three, as exciting as you're going to get. You know, Di María, Messi, you know, they're great talents. They can embarrass any player on the pitch with the skills that they've got. Higuaín being a great striker for Real Madrid over a number of years. So yeah, as a centre-half defender, coming up against them three, you know, we're in for a tough night.
And I suppose it says a lot about Argentina's strength going forward that Sergio Aguero is on the bench as well. So there's a little bit of backup there too, isn't there?
It is. I think Pellegrini's been saying something to the manager, because all of his lads are tucked up on the subs bench. You know, apart from Zabaleta. But no, I mean, it just looks an exciting. Both teams look exciting. They look as if they're going to come here and, you know, try to play great football, try to score goals for the fans, and that's what you're after in it. When you put some of the newer players on as well, they've got something to prove. You know, so they'll want to impress the manager, so then they get in the squad more often. But it's going to be fantastic to see Messi and Ronaldo and Di María. I mean, Di Maria's been great for Man United since he's been here. So I'm sure that all the fans are going to look forward to seeing this group of players.
Indeed. In fact, United's number 7 has really enjoyed a headline-grabbing start to his career here at Old Trafford.
Oh, these days seem so far away, when I wasn't even half the way up them, when I hadn't seen half them things I never thought I'd see. Ángel! 'Cause there's something good, yeah, I need sunshine, I need angels, I need something good.
He's gone for the chip. Oh, that's a genius. A class apart. He is top class. Ángel Di María.
Oh, what a player Ángel Di María is, Gary. He was very good at Real Madrid, wasn't he? But he started superbly here at United. Just tailed off perhaps in the last couple of games, but yeah, a great player.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of them players that when he gets on the ball, you feel the buzz go around the crowd, don't you? Same with Cristiano, that type of player. Same with Eric Cantona. It's just, you know, you're desperate for him to get the ball in space so he can run at people. He's got a wonderful left foot. Some of his crossings has been exemplary. It's, you know, it's real teasing crosses in there for the forwards to attack. But he does it at pace as well, a little bit like Giggsy when in his pomp, really. He can run at people, unbalance them, get to the byline, deliver crosses, score goals. A really exciting player. As you say, he's had a little bit of a lull maybe the last couple of games, but you know, he's probably still finding his feet in Manchester and coming to terms with the weather here as well. But yeah, for sure he's gonna be an exciting player here for many years to come, I think.
And someone who's left the weather of Manchester behind is Carlos Tevez, back on the bench for Argentina tonight. He's had a few years away from the international fold, but catching the eye now with Juventus, scored a stunning goal against Parma recently, and he wants to make an impact tonight.
You've got to say, you know, Tevez, with a little bits of trouble that he's had throughout his career, but he was a terrific player for West Ham. Then he came to Man United, did terrific for us, and then when he went to Man City, you know, and he's done exactly the same when he's went to Juventus. He might not want to train all the time and that, but when he goes out on a football pitch, he is one dangerous forward and he works hard for the team. So I'm sure that Argentina are going to be really pleased that he is back in the squad and, you know, involved again in, you know, playing good football for Juventus.
Indeed, and we're going to head to a break now. When we come back, we'll of course continue our build-up to the match tonight. We'll show you the match live, of course, as well. But on the way to the break, let's remind ourselves of someone who has worn the red of Manchester United, the blue of Manchester City, and love him or hate him, tonight he's back at Old Trafford.
Oh, no goals in his first 6 games, Carlos Tevez. Wouldn't be a bad game to open his account in today.
Good ball in! It's in! Fantastic! Tevez! Tevez! The Reds through to the semi-finals. Tevez has done it. Oh, brilliant! But oh, what a goal! Tevez, the first man to take. Tevez, call as you like. 1-0, Carlos Tevez. Tevez, Tevez! It just had to be Carlos Tevez. Still in there, Tevez! No! Tevez! Oh, no! He continues to bite the hand that once fed him. Looking for Messi! Run, boy, run. Break out from society. Mesmerizing from Messi.
Well, he's been setting the standard for many years, hasn't he now, Lionel Messi, and tonight he is in battle, if you like, with Cristiano Ronaldo. Let's hear from Messi's manager now, though, at international level. Tata Martino has been talking to Stuart Gardner.
United fans have been happy to see Ángel Di María this season. Do you think he will go on to become a great Manchester United player?
Sin lugar a dudas que el Manchester ha adquirido a uno de los mejores futbolistas.
I think that there's no question at all that you've signed one of the greatest players in the world in Ángel Di María. I think also, though, I think you have to take into account at the same time, I think a quote that your manager said quite recently, that it's going to take 3 years until this new United is fully constructed and built as a team. So I think when you're analysing Angel's performance, you have to take into account also the fact that United are going through a period of transition and rebuilding.
Del equipo y no por separado.
There are 5 players in your squad who play in Manchester, 6 with Marcos Rocco. Has Manchester become an important city for you?
Sí, y también es cierto que
I think both on the field and off it, from a sort of human aspect as well as a football sporting aspect, I think it's been a nice reciprocal arrangement between Argentinian players and the city of Manchester. I think over the years the clubs have benefited from the presence of our players, and likewise the players I think have enjoyed and benefited very much from their periods at this club, at these clubs.
Bueno, a nosotros, hablo en general del cuerpo técnico, nos ha...
I think it's something that I've enjoyed both nationally for the national team and also at club level. You know, he's always very, very pleasant to deal with on a personal level, but I could have said that of the entire Barcelona squad. And although now you could say he's the emblem, he's the head of this group of current internationals in the national Argentinian national side, it's very, very pleasant to deal with him as it is with the rest of the squad. But yeah, there are, you know, you can't complain, and there are managers who've had much more difficult players to deal with in the past, I'm sure.
Los entrenadores pueden tener, y a mí me toca disfrutar.
Finally, what sort of game are you expecting, as we have two best players in the world in this game? What sort of game are you expecting? A competitive match, even though it's a friendly?
Yo entiendo que sí, que están dadas esas condiciones.
I would imagine that it's going to be a very competitive international game tomorrow night. We're very, very keen on implementing a new idea and a new style of play amongst the players, and it's an ideal opportunity to do that against a quality side. We'll be all looking to play well against Portugal. I think the fact that they've got the vital Euro qualifier out of the way a few days ago allows them to come into this game almost with a free spirit and relaxed to put in a good performance also. So I think it all leads to it being a cracking game tomorrow night.
Que tiene seguramente están dadas las condiciones para verse un buen partido.
Well, inevitably, a lot of the questions in the pre-match build-up for Tata Martino about Lionel Messi, and it's been an astonishing last few years for him, really, hasn't it? You think back to a decade or so ago when no one had really heard about Lionel Messi. Now look at him.
He's just a fantastic player, and people are right to say, you know, who's the best in the world, Messi or Ronaldo? And, you know, for me, when people keep asking me that, I just say, look, they're both fantastic players, and really you can't choose between them. They've got very similar records. They've both got very similar qualities, you know, and they are the best players in the world.
Always going to be somebody who opens up a game, though, doesn't he? He wears the armband for Argentina tonight. Cristiano wears the armband for Portugal. So, I mean, the script is written, isn't it, surely, for the two of them to flourish?
Well, listen, when you've got that kind of talent, it's very difficult for them not to. But just going back to the point you've sort of said there, I think for the last 18 months, I think Cristiano has been the best player in the world. I think leading up to that, for me, it was always Lionel Messi. But I think Messi got that injury to his hamstring. He's missed a few games. His form's kind of suffered a little bit. In that time, Cristiano just came to the fore, and the amount of goals he's scored, and the performances he's put in, assists, and everything like that. I think rightly so he won the Ballon d'Or. And as I say, for the last 18 months, he has pipped for me Messi. So you know, it is going to be enjoyable to watch him tonight. Well, you've got that talent. They are going to show up and produce.
I was just looking at a stat this morning, Pally, and I'm sure Ronaldo was 117 appearances at his age now. He's got that in, and he's scored 52 goals. I mean, 52 goals in 117 international games. That's a fantastic record.
And I suppose when you think about these players, not only are they both terrifically talented, but they've both, apart from the injury you just mentioned for Lionel Messi recently, over the past 5 or 6 years, they've actually both been rather lucky with not getting too many long injuries.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you look at a lot of players, and you know, with the big squads that they have, the rest of them, you very rarely see the two of them getting rested from games, whether they're playing cup matches in midweek or whatever. The two of them always seem to be on the and that just shows the desire that they have. They don't want to be rested, they don't want to be left out. They're both trying to probably beat each other at the goal scoring awards in La Liga. So it just shows the appetite that they still have for the game. I mean, Cristiano's what, 29 now, is he? Yeah, Messi's, is he 27, 28? So, you know, they're coming up to that, you know, 30's always a marquee sort of an age where you look at players maybe starting to tire, but they're both desperate to play, and the managers keep putting them in, week out.
Yeah, 29 and 27 they are now, so they're getting on a bit, aren't they? But frightening to think that 27 years of age, you're meant to be in your prime. We'll see what Lionel Messi and indeed Ronaldo can produce tonight. Let's actually have a word now with Cristiano Ronaldo's manager at international level, Fernando Santos.
Seguramente é um jogo bom, grandes jogadores, portanto esperamos que seja um bom espetáculo, esperamos muito público, acreditamos que sim, E portanto estamos todos desejosos que o jogo venha, para que na realidade podemos todos participar nesse espetáculo que eu espero e desejo que seja um bom espetáculo. A história, a tradição da Manchester, a fama de todas estas grandes equipas que o Manchester United teve. Eu lembro-me bem de quando era jovem destas grandes equipas do Manchester que têm ao longo de todo este período existido e portanto obviamente que é sempre um lugar místico para jogar. Sim, mas mesmo sendo amigável espero um jogo aberto, um jogo em que as duas equipas vão querer ganhar e portanto espero claramente um jogo aberto. Sim, eu acho que para ele é um motivo de satisfação, um motivo de alegria, regressar a uma casa que ele tanto gosta e que tantas vezes tem falado e penso que da parte dos adeptos do Manchester também seguramente será um dia feliz para eles porque vão rever um dos seus ídolos máximos. Da Ronaldo e nós sempre se pode esperar qualquer coisa, sempre se pode esperar tudo e portanto é isso que vamos ver. Agora depois depende também muito do que é que vai acontecer em jogo e são jogadores que de alguma forma também têm um campeonato a seguir, têm bem jogos das suas equipas e há sempre algum condicionalismo, mas Cristiano e Messi enquanto génios pode sempre esperar alguma coisa.
Well, both sides then with relatively new managers. Fernando Santos coming in Portugal, giving some of the older players a call up as well for this game and indeed recent friendlies for Portugal. Interesting to see Nani starting here at Old Trafford tonight, obviously out on loan at Sporting Lisbon, getting a bit of a rejuvenation if you like. They're 5 goals in 17 this season over in Portugal.
Well, yeah, he's probably feeling loved again as well, isn't he? You know, the last couple of years here, he kind of struggled. You never quite knew what you're going to get with Nani. I mean, we spoke about him many times on MUTV, about the talent that he's got, all ability in the world. He was putting it out on the park on a match day, and at times he struggled to do that. He's gone out there, got his confidence back, he's scoring goals, producing performances. That's what we needed to see more of here because, as I said, he had all the tools to go and be a great player.
Everyone's talking about Ronaldo and Messi, Robbo, but is it a really important night in some ways for Nani because it's here and United fans are watching and Louis van Gaal will be watching here as well. He is here tonight at Old Trafford.
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity for Nani to play in a game like this and show us what he can do against the best players. Because for a couple of years at United, he had a couple of years like that where he was competing with the Premiership players and the quality that's in there. But then, I don't know, he just seemed to dip and, you know, he's gone back to Portugal and he's having a good time. But their teams are not as strong as the lower teams in England. You know, they've got the top teams with Porto and Sporting. They're tough, Benfica, they're tough games. You know, but he seems as if he's got a bit of confidence back. And it's like Pally says, he's got great ability out here. You know, he's strong, he's a great athlete, he's got good ability. But sometimes you just look at him and he seems as if he switches off and he just doesn't have the football brain to, you know, to play with people like Rooney and Van Persie and that. Hopefully that little bit of confidence come back. If he does really well here tonight at Old Trafford, maybe Louis van Gaal in January might bring him back, or unless he's, you know, signed a year's loan. Maybe in the summer we'll see him back at the club.
Yeah, is it a bit unfair as well that he always seems to be in the shadow of Ronaldo? People have said that when Ronaldo was here at United, they've said it with Portugal, and of course Cristiano Ronaldo just keeps getting better and better and scoring more and more goals.
I don't think he was. I think we looked at the similarities, didn't we? Once you know, Cristiano came in, like early doors, he was throwing himself around on the pitch a bit theatrically. He was doing tricks in the wrong places, and you know, people were getting frustrated with him. And he learned very quickly. And the manager and the players in the dressing room obviously had words with him about the diving and the theatrics, and you know, I mean, all of a sudden he just became this rounded player and got better and better. We looked at Nani once Ronaldo left and thought, well, there's a similarity there. He's got all the, you know, the tricks of the trade. He could beat players. He looks pleasing on the eye. He's got all the little tricks as well. And you were looking for him to kick on, but that never really happened for Nani. And you know, the manager would leave him out under Sir Alex, and you know, Van Gaal's I'd look at him the same way, possibly. But it is so frustrating to watch a player with all that talent not really produce it on a match day because he should and could do better than what he was doing.
Cristiano certainly enjoying being back at Old Trafford, and as Portugal just sort of finishing up their warm-up there and about to go back in to the tunnel, it's interesting to see the reaction everyone around here when Cristiano's name was read out. The place just erupted here.
Yeah, well, it's good now. I mean, there's such great memories of the way he played for us, as well as, you know, when people obviously watch him because he's played for Man United. then he's gone back to Real Madrid, and he's playing fantastic football, scores great goals, and you know that's what fans want to see.
Okay, thanks Pally and Robbo for the time being. We'll be back at half-time to look back over the best bits of the first half. Time for us to take a break. After that, we'll join our commentary team, and on the way to the break, let's enjoy Cristiano's best moments on this very pitch. See you later.
If you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The camera's here and the microphones, and they wanna know.
Oh, brilliant! That's why he's the world's best.
What you say you are, a superstar.
Still Ronaldo!
Crowd is here and the lights are on, and they wanna show.
He's extraordinary.
Trying to catch his microphone, check 212. Wanna believe my own hype, but it's too untrue. The world brought me to my knees.
Ronaldo, Ronaldo! Astonishing! Astonishing!
You, the more famous person you come through, and the sexy lady next to you come too. And then the hitman standing outside of heaven waiting for God to come and get me. I'm too uncouth, unschooled to the rules, and too gumshoe, too much of a newcomer and too uncool, like Shadow in the
That's it, and scores! Can you stop this man?
Go back, whatever you did, you undo. Heavy as heaven, the devil on me 2 tons too. If you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The camera's here and the microphones, and they wanna know. Yeah. And you better wear your shades.
And what a strike from Ronaldo. He can't stop scoring. And what a hit that was.
Out through China, this is airliners magnified times 5. This is pointed at the rhyme of ricochets off the moon and sets the forest ablaze. Now that's important to say, because even with all that, most of us don't want it.
Ronaldo! Oh! Is there anything this man can't do? What a stunning goal from Cristiano Ronaldo.
Unstrap him from the chair and put him back in his cage. The audience ain't phased, and they ain't gonna clap, and they ain't gonna...
Is this the hat-trick? Cristiano Ronaldo! It is! His first hat-trick for Manchester United!
You say you are a superstar, and have no fear. The crowd is here, and the lights are on, and they wanna show. If you are what you say you are.
Oh my word! Can you believe the genius of this man? What a hit!
And the lights are on, and they wanna show. Yeah. If you are.
Okay, thank you very much.
What you say.
Welcome back to Old Trafford. Let's hand it to your commentators for this evening then. Terry Gibson and, first of all, Stuart Gardner.
Thank you, Dave. Good evening, everybody. Well, inevitably, it's been billed as Messi against Ronaldo, 2 of the modern greats of world football. But it's worth remembering there's quite a good supporting cast as well, full of elite talent. Quite frankly, Terry, this is an A-list friendly, isn't it?
It is, but those 2 players still stand out above all others, and I think that's why the majority of people are here in this stadium tonight and really excited about seeing the prospect of Ronaldo and Messi going head-to-head. We know it's a friendly, we know it's an international, it isn't Barcelona against Real Madrid, but there is going to be serious competition between the 2, who can be the top of the bill. But you're quite right, Stuart, there's a fantastic lineup of supporting talent, and it looks to be a really exciting game.
You see these guys very often in your work with Spanish football, but to see them here, you know, in England, to see Ronaldo and Messi, okay, we've seen Ronaldo so many times here, Messi only once at Old Trafford, to see them both on the same pitch, only the second time I think they've met at international level, it's something special.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I mean, I have seen Messi play lots of times, but I'm still excited about seeing Messi and Ronaldo on the same pitch. It's not often we get to see it. It's great to see Ronaldo back at Old Trafford as well, the Theatre of Dreams, a club that I know he holds so much affection for. The supporters absolutely adore him at this club. I think a lot of people still hope that one day he's going to turn up back in the red shirt at Manchester United. I think there's a little possibility, and I think tonight will go a long way towards that. I think when he sees the love for him at this football club, it might just encourage him to come back one day.
Well, he came back here, didn't he, with Real Madrid quite recently in that dramatic Champions League tie, and he was given an incredible reception, and he scored the winning goal, and he didn't celebrate, which was quite classy, actually, I think.
Yep, and I think it's not fake. He genuinely loves this football club. He appreciates what it's done for him. It's such an important part of his career as well. 6 wonderful seasons at Old Trafford, and he's backing up with another 6 wonderful seasons at Real Madrid.
Bear in mind you're sitting in Old Trafford. Terry, who's the best, Ronaldo or Messi? Nice easy one
for you. At this moment in time, it changes from season to season, can change week to week. At this moment in time, this season, Ronaldo is the best.
Well, you look at the talent at the disposal of Argentina, when you look at the talent who's on the bench, like Aguero, like Lamela, like Tevez, so many top, Zabaleta, one of the best right-backs in the Premier League. Portugal, it's all about Ronaldo, isn't it? Whereas Tevez has got a bit of help from top-class players around him.
He has, and Ronaldo, I mean, it's a position Portugal have been struggling to fulfil with a top-class player for some while, and it appears now that Ronaldo is going to be the striker. It's an old, aging, experienced team where the manager's relying on the old, aging, experienced players to come back and help him out. He's new to the job. They've had some tough results. But when you look at this, it's the similar Portugal teams, what we've seen over the last 7, 8, even 10 years, some of these players, like Bruno Alves, Pepe, Boswinga, Thiago in midfield. Postiga is not playing tonight, but another experienced, older player. But I think that Portugal are going to have their work cut out tonight. I think Argentina do appear to have the better team currently at the moment.
We saw Ronaldo there greeting the referee Martín Atkinson like an old friend. I'm not sure that was, I don't remember it being like that in the Premier League days, but an all-English official lineup tonight, and the 2 captains, Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. A lot has been said and continues to be said about their relationship. Ronaldo just last week had to come out and deny that he'd made some disparaging remarks about Lionel Messi. How intense is the rivalry, do you think?
I hope it is really intense, and I hope that when they're both backed up playing, they can look back on with pride at the rivalry that they had. You saw it in the tunnel there. There was a little bit of affection there between the two. There will be undoubted respect between the 2 players. World Player of the Years for the last 6 years between those 2, and that says it all.
Here they come then. Argentina against Portugal on MUTV, with 2 all-time great players leading their countries out. Cristiano Ronaldo of Portugal, Lionel Messi of Argentina. Ronaldo had a great record with United. He's got an unbelievable record with Real Madrid. Better than a goal a game at that level. And, well, Messi, his record over the last 5 or 6 years, really equally as extraordinary. We're lucky to be living really in an era where these 2 players seem to get better and better as each season goes by.
Yeah, we are lucky to have the 2 of them competing head-to-head as well, because every so often a generation throws up one undoubted, talented player, which is clearly the best player in the world. We've got 2 that are far and above such a list of players below them as well. Iniesta. You could go on a list of Xavi and Iniesta over the years that haven't won World Player of the Year, but these 2 have dominated it in recent seasons.
Well, you think 6 Ballon d'Ors, as you mentioned, combined, is quite extraordinary. OK, before the action then, as is customary in a friendly, the national anthems of both teams, Argentina and Portugal.
to have international football back at Old Trafford. Argentina against Portugal in this international friendly. So many top-class players on this pitch, no better than the captains, Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. So many of these players know each other so well because of their club commitments, and we're lucky enough to be seeing them here at Old Trafford tonight. And great to see Angel Di María, who of course Manchester United's very own Galactico. Well, the teams then. Argentina, well, they shuffle the pack after their friendly win against Croatia at West Ham, but there's still a spine of top-class talent. Messi, Di María, Mascherano, plus City's Demichelis in the back four, the likes of Aguero and Tevez on the bench.
Certainly is when you look at Aguero, Tevez, the attacking talent that can come onto the pitch. It's Fazio and Biglia, the two Premier League players at the weekend, but the two changes in heart of the defence for Argentina.
No regular striker for Portugal, but Dani will push forward from midfield to support Ronaldo and Nani. Bosingwa continues his return from the international wilderness, and an international debut at left back for Thiago Gomez. What's his first job? To face Messi.
Yep, and I think Messi will drift out to that right wing position up against the, let's say, inexperienced left back. He's 28 years of age, getting his first cap. Plenty of experience, but not at this level.
And lots of talent on the bench, particularly the Argentinian bench. Aguero, arguably the #1 striker in the Barclays Premier League. Carlos Tevez, who again has come out of the international wilderness. And we'll probably see him at some point. Plenty of changes there will be, I'm sure, as the evening goes on. Just the second time that great player, Lionel Messi, has played at Old Trafford. The first was the Champions League semi-final against Barcelona 6 years ago. He'll want to be on the winning side tonight. The referee is Martin Atkinson, familiar figure, and Portugal are going to get us underway here at Old Trafford. Argentina against Portugal, a Manchester meeting of the Galacticos. Messi against Ronaldo, the two best players on the planet at the peak of their powers. Not meeting at the Bernabeu, not meeting at the Nou Camp, but meeting at Old Trafford tonight. Delighted that Terry Gibson is alongside me, and Terry, what a prospect.
Yeah, no, I'm really delighted, really excited about this game. Once it was announced, it was always my intentions to come, and I'm delighted to be invited to take part in MUTV's coverage.
Well, just the 8th time that the countries have met. Argentina have won 5, Portugal have won 1, and their only win, Eusebio scored. That's how long ago it was when Portugal beat Argentina in 1972 in the Maracanã. Messi getting a standing ovation just for having the ball.
And some boos as well.
Well, I think it's only fair and only reasonable that as Cristiano Ronaldo became an absolute legend here, I think most of the crowd are going to be on the side of the Portuguese tonight. Bosingwa plays it away. An incredible comeback for Bosingwa, who retired from international football. He fell out with Paulo Bento, but he's come back in now after just about a 4-year absence. Very experienced at right back. Here's Nani. He'll want to do well. Maybe he'll feel he's got a point to prove.
Yes, I think, first of all, he'd be pleased to be playing again, wouldn't he? Whether it's international football, club football, he's getting much more playing time this season. And he was at Manchester United, but he still will. Professional pride. To show the supporters here that what he was capable of, what he showed in the early days of his career at Old Trafford. He's 28 now, time has crept up. He was a young player when he first arrived at Manchester United. He probably, in all fairness, didn't fulfil potential what everybody thought he had.
Yeah, he turned 28 yesterday, actually. Nani, the team hotel, I think got a visit from Anderson. Old colleagues at United. Ronaldo, this time getting the cheers. Plenty of families, plenty of kids in here tonight, because when are you going to get a chance to see Ronaldo and Messi at Old Trafford again? Who knows? Who knows?
No, exactly. That's exactly the point we should be making. It might be the last time. Together, anyway.
Thiago. Early possession. The challenge comes in for Angel Gomez. Here's Messi. It's interesting to see the sort of pace that the game is played at, as it is a friendly. Ronaldo not quite getting away that time. Mascherano. It's to build up the left-hand side. Pepe comes across with Di Maria, two former teammates at Real Madrid. Di Maria, who had a blistering start to his Manchester United career. Maybe he's just levelled out a bit in the last couple of games, but there's no doubt that he is a world-class player.
No, I mean, his reputation was really enhanced at Real Madrid, particularly last season, I have to say. He showed he was a much more adaptable player, playing in a midfield trio, which a lot of people, me included, never thought he was going to be capable of. But he showed great maturity, intelligence in that position. We knew about his technical skills, and I'm sure he's going to bring an awful lot back to Manchester United. It might help if Manchester United are able, under Louis van Gaal, to get a regular team as well, which doesn't help when he's chopping and changing midfield partners, who he's playing in attack with, who he's playing in the fullback position with if he's playing out wide. So in time he will prove to be a wonderful signing.
Otamendi, he had to be quick there. Demichelis, and wide to Roncaglia, the Genoa defender. Biglia, Roncaglia, patient build-up from Argentina, World Cup finalists, runners-up to Germany. That Götze goal after extra time, and they're building again. Messi just floats the ball across. Pepe with a typical muscular clearance. It's back to Guzmán in goal. Just his second cap. His first cap was in a 7-0 win against Hong Kong in a friendly. It might be a little bit different tonight for the Tigres goalkeeper, Guzmán, who's keeping out Romero tonight, the first choice. Romero and City's Caballero are on the bench. Messi again slides it through, looking for Higuaín. Well, Argentina on top in the early stages. They've got men over here. Oh, just wide. Inches wide. Di Maria, how he'd love to have scored at the Stretford end, and that's the closest we've come so far in the early stages.
Yeah, it's been all Argentina to start with, and good possession. Portugal do give the ball away. Already the scene is set in terms of Argentina wanting to command possession of the ball. Portugal getting back in position. You see Lionel Messi involved, and Di Maria there on his left foot. Tries to curl it in towards the far post, past Beto. It looks like Portugal are quite happy, and why not, to play on the counter-attack with Cristiano Ronaldo.
Di Maria so far for United, 3 goals and 5 assists. Not bad, not a bad start.
No.
Danny, was he pulled back there? Well, the linesman Mike Malarkey on this near side says he was. Danny, who is indeed playing the furthest forward of the midfielders.
Otamendi's trying to complain that there was Danny initially with the elbow across his chest. Otamendi can be quite a cynical player. Was caught slightly out of position there, panicked, gave away a set piece. Is this a shooting opportunity for most players? I would say not. And it isn't for Cristiano Ronaldo. You can hear the disappointment in the stadium, can't they?
But you know what Ronaldo, you know what Nani can do here? He can sometimes make the ball move. He can make it bounce just in front of the goalkeeper as well, Guzmán, or it can end up in row Z. One of the two. Let's have a look what happens here. Nani floats the ball in, doesn't beat the man at the near post. And Argentina should be able to get that away. It was blocked by André Gomes of Valencia, who has that experience of playing at Old Trafford. He played here in the friendly defeat, Valencia's friendly defeat here in August. André Gomes is back to Guzmán in goal. Not the best of kicks, but he gets away with it. And this is nice build-up play from Argentina. Ansaldi comes forward. Maria just changes the angle of attack. That's well kept in by Roncaglia. Mascherano in the centre of midfield. A few boos for him when he got off the coach. They have long memories here. They remember he was a Liverpool player. Mascherano. Plenty forward again. Always a man available in the Argentina midfield. Good work by Ansaldi. Get another opportunity here as well. Ansaldi's ball in, who scored for Argentina at West Ham last week when they played Croatia in a friendly on this short sort of tour of England.
It was a cracking goal as well, long-range effort. He's a two-footed fullback, and that goal was from 25 yards with his right foot. He's a left-back, Both full-backs for Argentina are able to push forward at will now because they've got so much possession and finding space.
Well, I just wonder if Ansaldi's got a chance to make that left-back spot his own, because Marcos Rocco we know about here, but obviously he's got that injury, and he's missed the... I'm sure he'd love to have played today, but obviously
of course
not possible.
Yep. I think that's the one area of the team where Tata Martino's got to try and arrange and get ready for the summer.
Nice bit of skill from Messi, and now his Nani on loan at Sporting Lisbon, doing pretty well actually for Sporting. He's won a free kick. Martin Atkinson on the spot. Nani, who's got 3 goals in the Champions League for Sporting this season, has looked a threat.
Just as we were talking about the left back for Argentina, he does from Nani crashing to the ground.
Bosingwa now plying his trade in Turkey. Bosingwa loses possession, but not the best of balls in. Easily dealt with by Beto, who's the number 2 really for Portugal. Beto.
I think Gonzalo Higuaín will appreciate the fact that María tried to get it in early.
Ronaldo, crowd will lap that up. Ronaldo playing wide. Just wonder as the game goes on if they want to get him more central.
I think he'll be allowed to go wherever he wants, and he will find space when Argentina have possession and they're going forward. He will look to occupy a little area where perhaps a fullback has vacated and gone forward for Argentina. No, he's absolutely lethal when he gets the ball and he gets to run on the counter-attack towards goal.
Here is Ansaldi. Plays his football with Atletico Madrid. On loan from Zenit St. Petersburg. Just seemed to lose his bearing there, Thiago Gomez, for a moment at left back on his debut, his international debut for Portugal. Mascherano. Pastore. Ansaldi. Di Maria. Ansaldi. Mascherano, who plays at the back, of course, for Barcelona, but in his, well, many would say, his preferred and better position of just in front of the back 4, but he doesn't do a bad job at the new camp, in fairness.
I think everybody says it's his best position.
Messi's gone for the return. Messi, Quicksilver skill. Oh, so close. So close to the opening goal.
Incredible change of pace there from Lionel Messi in the position he's really occupied almost permanently tonight. On that right flank, a little give and go, he's onside. It's Pepe, tries to step up, it's far too late. Clips the near post and goes across the line. That change of pace from Messi there. Thiago Gomez was struggling to stay with him. Great little give and go. And the Argentine nearly gives his side the early lead.
His feet are so quick. He's got a great record at international level, 45 goals in 96 appearances for his country. Only Batistuta has scored more than that, 56, but surely it's just a matter of time before Messi overtakes him.
Another record.
Yes. Well, I think Ronaldo's already got the goals record for Portugal. He's within 10 of Luis Figo in the appearance record, so both of these players are going to be record holders for their countries as well.
Fighting it out for the Champions League record goal scorer now, aren't they? That's going to change on a weekly basis.
Messi, oh, lovely ball through, good defending, well read. Oh, a bit of an air shot from Pepe, and it came back off him and it goes out for the corner. You won't want to see the replay of that, but it was good defending initially.
Initially, he covered the ground. Pastore has been in an interesting role in the team. He's got a free role, and he's using it really well. Good pass of the ball, good at running with the ball. He's taking up some really good positions as well.
Otamendi forward. Demichelis is in there as well for this set piece. Swung in, headed out quite easily in the end. Ansaldi to Mascherano. You think of Mascherano, 2 players have played more often for Argentina than Mascherano. I mean, that's an incredible record. Only Zanetti and Ayala have played more often. This is his 110th cap tonight. He's had a great career.
Yeah, and I think playing it in centre-back for Barcelona, which was a temporary stopgap position 3 years ago, and he's still playing there, has made him a better midfield player. We saw that with his performances in the World Cup finals, where he was unbelievably consistent in every single game, a man of the match performance from him. And it looks now as if he enjoys that freedom and playing in midfield and not having to worry about playing that two-man defence that they use at Barcelona, where he hasn't really yet got to grips with that position.
And it comes in towards Higuaín. It was a good ball in, actually, but Beto collects. Safe hands from the goalkeeper who's playing for Sevilla. A single, he could be running into trouble here. Higuaín slides in. Gomez robbed in possession. Argentina, without question, the stronger side early on. Biglia gets it to Messi. I suppose it's only natural. Every time an Argentinian midfielder gets the ball, you look up and you're looking for Messi. Why wouldn't you be?
Exactly. I mean, you keep it nice and simple. Give it to him whenever possible, even if he's marked.
Biglia, who plays for Lazio. Always available, Mascherano, which I suppose is all about good positioning, because he seems to be in the right place, always at the right time.
Tough player as well, isn't he? Competitive.
Messi. Plenty forward now, driven across, and again, decent enough defending behind for the corner kick. This time it was the veteran Bruno Alves who blocked it.
They've been called upon on too many occasions, I would imagine, for the like. So Fernando Santos, who'd like his team to have more possession, they're guilty giving the ball away cheaply. It's Roncaglia there, the fullback again. We've seen Ansaldi, Roncaglia, they're both getting forward.
Well, the game is being played in that half, isn't it, at the moment? There's no question about that. And so, corner kick, Argentina. Ángel Di María will take at the Stretford end. They'll feel they deserve a lead. A little bit too close to Beto, who collects. He has played at Old Trafford before. Beto played here for Braga in the Champions League. United winning 3-2. Ronaldo swapped sides. I think much like Messi, he plays where he wants, doesn't he?
Exactly. If the manager wants to keep his job, then he's best to let him get on with that.
Biglia looks strong in midfield with Mascherano just in front of the back four. Biglia there as well. As you mentioned, Pastore with more of a free role really in midfield, and pace on the flanks with the fullbacks, and of course Di María. And they come again. They've worked this well. Important foot in from Bruno Alves to stop Lionel Messi. Now maybe a bit of possession for Portugal. A lovely flick from Ronaldo, and that means Bosingwa was free to dash up the right-hand side, but the cross wasn't his best.
We've seen plenty of real genuine quality in this game, aren't we? With ball control, the weight of pass, the movement off the ball, running with the ball. The one thing we lacked in terms of quality so far has been the cross into the box, but certainly a lack of quality there from that little back heel from Cristiano Ronaldo.
Ronaldo, who scored 50 goals in each of the last 4 seasons, which is just eye-watering stuff, really. I often wonder, if he was playing in the Barclays Premier League, would he score 50 goals a season?
Yep. I think the answer there is because he does it and Messi do it in the Champions League every year. And I think that we just have to applaud them week in, week out. They are two fantastic players. I mentioned earlier in the programme with David as well.
Di María is in here, showing great pace. Pepe's no slouch either, mind you. And it's a corner in the end.
He's stayed with him well there, Pepe. It's the one good thing he is a good athlete, Pepe. And it often does make up for his lack of positional sense and true defensive qualities, but he is a good athlete. He gets back here and he defends well against Di María. He actually gives away the corner.
Di María of Manchester United with this corner kick again at the Stretford ends. Portugal have left one up. Di Maria's ball in. It's a dangerous one. Not sure anybody got a touch on that in the end. Messi pops up. Mascherano, who's 30 now. Played across by Pastore. 0-0 at Old Trafford, but really it's been a story of Argentinian domination in these early stages. Mascherano. Again, Ansaldi always available. Left back. Pastore, Di Maria, Ansaldi, oh lovely, and he was caught late there. He was caught late. The referee was on the spot. Nani fouling a Manchester United player. Thanks a lot.
Say, that won't endear him to his former supporters, will it, Nani? It was a late tackle. It was a crunching challenge as well.
Oh, he just stood on his foot, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, that's all we need, you know. It's not as though we've got any injury problems, is it?
No issues on that front, is there, at Old Trafford at the moment?
Of all the players you wouldn't want to see lying still on the ground, it's Angel Di Maria, and he's been fouled, ironically, by Nani, a Manchester United player on loan at the moment.
It didn't look too bad, did it? I mean, it was a late challenge from Nani. It didn't look too bad, but you look at the amount of pain that Di Maria appears to be in, it is a concern.
Tata Martino, who replaced Sabella after the World Cup. He had an unsuccessful year at Barcelona, second in La Liga. They lost the Copa del Rey final, lost to Atletico Madrid in the Champions League quarter-finals. I mean, his record doesn't sound bad, 59 games in charge, and he won 40 of them. But that's not good enough, unfortunately, at Barcelona, is it?
19 that you didn't win.
Yeah. Louis van Gaal is here, and he will be most concerned at a possible injury to yet another key player. Marcel Bout with him as well. United's opposition scout. He looks in trouble here, Tom.
It does. I mean, it's quite innocuous, really. But you see, it lands on the foot there. The amount of damage that can do. Dare I say it, the metatarsal has been an issue, hasn't it, with players over the years. You can see it comes down on his... Actually, it's on that angle there. It looks worse than I thought. It's down the ankle. It's on the foot. Hopefully, it's just a bang and he's going to be able to not necessarily run it off tonight. I'm not so sure that's worth taking the risk, but it's just going to be an impact injury, nothing more.
Fingers crossed, because United have lost at least 3 players from internationals, including Carrick, Blint and David De Gea. Arsenal coming up on Saturday. So we'll see. Fingers crossed on that.
Unless you're David De Gea, that's not wise to cross your fingers, is it? Although he did take part in the warm-up in
he probably
the
can't. He's probably not capable
exactly.
of crossing his fingers anymore, unfortunately.
Taped together, he can't do it.
Otamendi, again, he played at Old Trafford as well with Valencia in that friendly in August. Demichelis to Ansaldi. I suppose you'd expect this, but they look so comfortable in possession, Argentina. Di Maria's coming back on. I wouldn't say he was moving with any great freedom, but we'll see. We'll see. You wouldn't want to take a gamble. Here goes Messi. Cross comes Bruno Alves. Quite an imposing figure, Bruno Alves, at centre-back. Very, very experienced. Now playing for Fenerbahce in Turkey. A slip from Messi.
Clearly look the more cohesive team, don't they, Argentina? Yeah. They look as if they've got a style of play, looks as if they've got a plan. Portugal do look like a team with a relatively new manager in charge.
Yes, both managers are relatively new. Fernando Santos of Portugal, who was in charge of Greece at the World Cup, and Tata Martino, as we say, who was in charge of Barca last year. He must like high-pressure jobs. Barcelona, Argentina. Now here goes Di Maria. He's moving with great freedom. Higuaín waits in the middle. Great ball in. Higuaín's there, but that's good defending. And clearance is completed by Thiago, away by Bruno Alves. Did very, very well in that move. It was a wonderful ball in.
It was the best cross we've seen into the box, isn't it? And probably should have got better movement from Gonzalo Higuaín. If just the one player in the box, then it's important you get across the defender. That was a relief to see Di Maria sprinting as fast as that. Didn't look to be any effect from that challenge from Nani.
Well, we await the breakthrough, the midway point of this first half. It's been a good watch with Argentina coming close twice, with Messi hitting the post and Di Maria just wide. And here is Angel Di Maria. It's a little bit loose, to say the least, from Demichelis. Just took his eye off it. He had a difficult start to his City career, but he's become much more solid, you know, in recent months. But that wasn't his best moment. Now, can Portugal create a meaningful opportunity? They've lost the ball. Here goes Messi. So quick. Higuaín Di Maria to his left. Di Maria, Higuaín, Di Maria. A little chip through, not quite. One back again. Good work. Tight in there. Pastore, Higuaín to Mascherano, changes the angle of attack. Biglia, Mascherano again. Di Maria playing a little bit more central, outside for the throw.
I think they can be a little bit more patient in the final third. They've been willing to get the ball in quickly, but at times it's just been Gonzalo Higuaín alone in the 18-yard box up against Pepe and Bruno Alves. The longer they keep possession in that final third, the movement can be better, can be sharper, and they can get more support around Gonzalo Higuaín.
Back to Guzmán in goal, who's barely had a touch. Was he, Guzmán? Just his second cap. Ansaldi. That didn't work for him. Out for the throw-in. Fernando Santos, who took Greece to the last 16 in the World Cup. He took them to the last 8 in the European Championships, 49 games in charge, and he lost 6 of them. And you look at the state Greece are in now, he did a very good job.
Yep, an experienced manager. He's managed all 3 of the top clubs in Portugal over his career, Sporting Lisbon, Benfica and Porto. It's a great experience, but he's got his work cut out here. It's as we said, it's an aging squad, but their best players are still the older players. So he'll be desperate for some young players to come through. Andre Gomez in particular, the 21-year-old midfielder from Valencia, looks to be one of those players that's going to give him hope for the future.
Portugal in their Euro 2016 qualifying campaign had the worst possible start. They lost 1-0 at home to Albania, and Paulo Bento paid with his job for that, and after a disappointing World Cup where they didn't get out of their group. But since then they won 1-0 away at Denmark, and on Friday they beat Armenia 1-0. Ronaldo inevitably scored and broke yet another record, become the leading goal scorer in the history of the European Championships, 23 goals. But you have to say Portugal would look fairly ordinary without the great Ronaldo.
Yep, and that's been the case for some while now. In this game, the midfield, we see Thiago putting Guzmán, the goalkeeper, under pressure. Thiago is urging his teammates to get up the pitch. They've had no possession in midfield. They've not been winning the ball back at all in Martinho, Thiago, Andre Gomez. There needs to be an improvement in that department for them to start getting the ball to their main man, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Gomez did a bit better there. He was taken down, won the free kick, spotted by Martín Atkinson. And Nani's going to take the free kick. Just in field to Andre Gomez. Pepe fires it through to Nani with a flick on, but straight to the well-positioned Mascherano. Di Maria finds Messi. You don't want him running at you. Good luck here, Thiago Gomez. Messi, support on the overlap with Roncaglia. Gets the ball in. Oh, lovely header into the ground. Very well taken, that header from Pastore, but the goalkeeper Beto held on.
It's a more than decent header and a really good attack. Messi does well, unselfish play. Slightly surprised that he passed it to Roncaglia, attacking fullback. Just mentioned about Argentina getting more players into the box. Pastore does exactly that, and a really good technical header. A decent save from Beto.
Pastore, who plies his trade at Paris Saint-Germain, former Palermo player. Again, he's playing very much as an attacking midfielder. You've got a front 3, and you've also got Pastore, who's popping up, well, all over the place. Difficult to mark.
Yeah, and he's not doing it just for the sake of it. He's actually getting himself in dangerous areas of the pitch. He's making really good use of the ball. I do see a lot of players playing in that position that don't really influence the game enough, but he is having a big influence on the match so far.
They are so much stronger in midfield. Keep winning the ball back, trying to win it back high up the field as well, which is something that Barcelona were the absolute past masters at.
Yep, and Tata Martino, demand that from his players. I think that was his philosophy as well as Barcelona. It's probably one of the reasons why he got the job from he was manager of Newell's Old Boys, that they did try to play a similar style to Barcelona.
Oh, that was a foul, but play on, says the referee. Lovely ball in, Ronaldo's coming in, it's just taken away from him, but he has an opportunity on the turn. Ronaldo, onto his right foot, back onto his left. Not quite.
No, I thought for a moment there it was going to be a goal. Cross went into the box, Bosingo, and he's a rare attack for the fullback. Roncaglia makes a real mess of dealing with it, and Ronaldo steps in and out, jinks his way, tries to get his way past Lucas Biglia. He does well to stay on his feet in the end and make it difficult for Ronaldo. And I thought he was going to score then. I thought the roof was going to come off Old Trafford.
If you're Danny standing unmarked inside the D, are you thinking, I could have done with that?
Oh, of course you are, but immediately Ronaldo raised his hand, but I think Danny might have been surprised if he got the ball.
Messi's through ball, cut out by Pepe of Real Madrid. Maybe Portugal are just livening up a bit. It's taken the best part of half an hour. Ronaldo. Nani and Ronaldo both playing over on that left-hand side for the time being. Absolutely nobody on the right at the moment. Out for the throw. It was great to see Ronaldo just light the place up. You could just feel how everybody around here wanted that to hit the back of the net.
I thought he'd score. I've seen him in that position so many times. Probably had one touch too many, one turn inside and outside. Possibly overdid it before getting his attempts at goal.
Moutinho of Monaco, clever player. Ronaldo, oh, he was taken late, very late. Martin Atkinson issues a yellow card. First yellow for Ansaldi. Sure, don't have too many complaints with.
No, perhaps the high five in the tunnel from Ronaldo to the referee has worked, but Ansaldi just lunges in, doesn't he? The arguments from Argentina there are, but that Nani didn't pick up a yellow card for his challenge. Ansaldi, in fairness, no, he doesn't lift his feet. It's a collision with Ronaldo's shin against the knee of Ansaldi, who does his best actually to pull out that tackle.
Problem is he's now on a yellow and he's probably got a lot of tackling to do, so he's got to be careful, even though it is a friendly game. So you just wonder if this might be Portugal's best chance from set pieces. Push some big men forward, including Ronaldo, of course. Nani with the ball in. Oh, really dangerous ball in across the front of everybody, and nobody got a touch on it. Maybe when you're not playing with a natural striker, that's what happens.
Yep, I mean, it's Thiago goes across the near post, Pepe at the far post, and even Ronaldo stays out and looks hoping for a knockdown. But it was a really good ball in by Nani. Otamendi wasn't sure how to deal with that. It was difficult for a defender running back towards his own goal, facing his own goal. And he got away with not touching it at all.
Messi, lovely skill. Messi comes inside, plays it back. Shot blocked. Biglia wins it back. Free kick given. Edge of the area. And the Portugal players surround Martin Atkinson. Yellow card.
That keeps the Argentina players happy, doesn't it? Got a little bit touchy there, didn't they? Because Ansaldi picked up a yellow card. You've seen Moutinho go flying in there. It's a similar challenge, isn't it? He probably deserves a similar punishment.
So yellow for Moutinho. Free kick. Edge of the area for Argentina. I mean, you'd say it's perfectly set up for Messi.
Everyone's getting their cameras ready, aren't they? You can see the flashing lights all around the stadium.
Beto tries to organise his wall. The Sevilla goalkeeper,
who played Barcelona at the weekend as well.
An early sighter for him. So you've got Di Maria and you've got Messi. I'll imagine it's going to be Messi, let's be honest. Di Maria standing there in hope. Look at all the camera lights going off all around the stadium. Everyone wants a picture of this. It's going to be Lionel Messi. And for him, this is a big chance. At the Stretford end, Messi! Bit of a letdown.
Yep, the cameras can all go back in pockets. It was difficult at the edge of the box. Not a lot of room to get it up and over the wall and down below the crossbar. And he just goes for power in the end and tries to wrap his foot around his left foot. And never really looked as if it was going to trouble Beto.
It's such a fascinating battle and rivalry, Ronaldo against Messi. It's sort of Ali against Fraser, isn't it? You've got 6 Ballon d'Ors combined. Both have scored in 2 Champions League finals. Both have scored more than 400 goals for club and country. Champions League goals, Messi 71, Ronaldo 70. I mean, it's extraordinary, isn't it? Unbelievable talents. Here's Messi again. Oh, lovely ball in, well headed away by Pepe. He's defended well. Otamendi. Wide again to Roncaglia, the ball in. Half away. Free kick given for the foul on Nani there. Biglia says nothing to do with me.
Again, it's another example, though, isn't it, of Argentina trying to win the ball back quickly. It's been a brave performance from Argentina. I know it's only a friendly. I looked at the halfway line there, and there was just 2 players at the back, and then one of those that they were defending against was Ronaldo. And Otamendi and Demichelis were quite prepared to do that.
Just seeing Thiago Gomez there in his debut, the Braga left back at 28, his first call up to the senior squad, so a chance for him. You're never going to have a harder game than facing Lionel Messi. Free kick spotted by the linesman actually on that far side, Darren England. Pepe. I mean, I can't believe Pepe hasn't done anything stupid yet. Surely there's going to be some point in this game where Pepe does something daft. It's not possible for a game to go by where he doesn't wind somebody up or do something crazy.
There's plenty of time left. Pepe won't let us down, I promise you, Stuart.
Basingua, remember, of course, he was sent off, wasn't he, in the World Cup? Pepe, poor World Cup for Portugal, who didn't get out of their group. Beaten 4-0 by Germany, drew with the USA. They beat Ghana, but it wasn't enough to see them go through. That 4-0, their worst loss in World Cup history. Pepe was sent off for a headbutt. Oh, Ronaldo was all smiles with Martin Atkinson in the tunnel before the game. Now he remembers Martin Atkinson. Handball he's given that for, I think.
He's trying to hold off Roncaglia. I think he does bring Roncaglia down. He drags him to the ground in order to try and change direction and hold the defender off.
Ronaldo's international record, by the way. This is his 118th cap, 52 goals. Messi takes on Gomez again, who stuck tight to him. Messi, he was looking for Higuaín, couldn't quite find a way through. Sometimes it's said that Messi hasn't quite done it for Argentina when it really matters. Is that fair?
I think people compare him to Maradona, who did it when it mattered for Argentina, so the comparison's always going to be against one great player against another great player. Maradona did do it. They won the World Cup with Diego Maradona, and some people say, I know it's not true, but he almost single-handedly won that World Cup for Argentina. So it is difficult for Lionel Messi. His goals record is good. He's great commitment to the national team of Argentina, isn't it? Could have been so easy for him in the past to have missed matches. But he always turns up. He's happy to play in these 2 games, but there's still time for him to win a World Cup and emulate Diego Maradona, but I do think that possibly was his best chance in the summer.
So many great attacking players, but he struggled for goals at the World Cup, didn't he? Remember, obviously they lost 1-0 to Germany. They beat Louis van Gaal's Holland on penalties in the semi-final after a goalless draw. Higuaín going through the middle here, but Beto comes off the line. They beat Switzerland 1-0 in the last 16, Belgium 1-0 in the quarterfinals. For a team so brimming with attacking talent, goals weren't flowing, were they?
The topic for Argentina has been over recent years that they've been top-heavy with world-class strikers and not very good defenders, yet you're quite right, in that World Cup it was their defence that carried them and took them through. Good midfield play from Javier, Mascherano, good solid defence.
Well, I think in fairness, Aguero wasn't really fit, was he?
And possibly there's an argument that Carlos Tevez should have gone.
5 of this lineup tonight started that World Cup final. Demichelis, Mascherano, Biglia, Messi, Higuaín. Aguero came off the bench. But I think their next major tournament is the Copa America, held next year in Chile, but they haven't won that, amazingly enough, since 1993. So I'm sure Tata Martino will be under pressure to do well in that competition next year. Mascherano gets it back to Guzmán, who must think international football's a piece of cake. He hasn't had to do anything yet, has he, Guzmán, on his second cap?
His heart was in his mouth, though, when Ronaldo had that half chance.
Oh, it's a terrific run through. Higuaín tried the back heel. Didn't quite work for the Napoli striker. And now Nani waits for support from midfield. Bosingwa's going up the right-hand side, but there was quite a lot of time, really, for Demichelis to come across. Played it back to the goalkeeper, who, for the first time tonight, perhaps, was really hurried. And he looked in trouble for a second.
He looked pretty laid back, didn't he? I think that was the issue, the problem. Demichelis with quite straightforward pass back to him. He had a quite lackadaisical first touch, then suddenly saw it was Ronaldo bearing down on him.
Pepe with a through ball and a hurried clearance. Corner kick, Portugal. Otamendi doing the right thing, clearing his lines, the former Porto player. And so Nani.
You're right, Stuart, though, about the height advantage, I think, for Portugal.
Bruno Alves is just trundling into the area. Pepe's in there as well. Of course, Ronaldo. All sorts of pushing and shoving in there. Just over Ronaldo's head. Alves heads it down. It was a powerful header. It hit a defender. Messi didn't really fancy that challenge, I don't think. In it comes again. Ronaldo was in there, but good decision-making from Guzmán. That wasn't the best of kicks. And out for the throw. Guzmán of Tigres, 28, just his second cap.
He was a good decisive goalkeeper initially, and yeah, he made a mistake with the kick out, but I think his intention was right, wasn't it, to try and get it to Di Maria as quickly as possible.
Bosingwa, who had a disappointing spell at QPR. I remember as a game where he refused to play. He used to play as a substitute in one game. There was another game where I think QPR were relegated and he was pictured sort of laughing as he was coming off the field. So he had an unhappy end at QPR. But it is Portugal on the attack now. In comes the cross. Ronaldo was looking at the far post, but it went to the near post, and again Guzmán could collect.
Initially it's good play from Thiago Gomes, the left back. And again it was a poor cross. You can see here maybe a little bit of pressure high up the pitch from the current front three of Portugal. Forced Argentina and kicking the ball long.
Thiago Gomes with the throw. And he was in danger of losing that, and he did very well in the end to extricate himself from that situation and find Bosingwa. Now they're playing through the middle. Danny. Ronaldo. Danny waits in the centre. Ronaldo, 2 men on him straight away. So he finds Moutinho and wins the corner kick.
For the first time tonight, we're seeing Otamendi under pressure there. He does get something on this one, gets it away for the corner for Portugal. Step overs from Ronaldo. Ball out wide to Moutinho.
Nani to take corner kick, Portugal. Closing stages the first half here at Old Trafford. 0-0. Argentina have left 2 up. And it comes. Tried to bounce in the area, headed down. And the referee says that's a free kick. Ronaldo apologises.
It appears it's a kick into the stomach, doesn't it? Into the midriff.
Ronaldo trying to repair the damage. It was a kick into the midriff.
It was a volley into the midriff of Lucas Biglia. Pepe does well to keep the ball in the danger area.
Accidental.
Yeah, 100%. You can see straight away Ronaldo. He's got every right to turn and hit that on the volley, isn't it? It's just unfortunate for Biglia. Oh, it's good play, good defensive play. He made himself a barrier between him and the goalkeeper, Guzmán.
Just getting a bit of treatment. Lucas Biglia, the Lazio midfielder. His second season in Rome. Played in the World Cup final. In a bit of pain there Aaron Fellaini amongst the guests in the VIP box watching on. He'll be hoping to be in the United lineup at Arsenal on Saturday evening. He didn't get injured on international. He's one of the players who didn't get injured on international duty. I'm sure there'll be a head count back at the Aon training complex to see who's available.
Well, it's good to see him here, actually, isn't it? Away in international duty, back in Manchester, taking the chance to come and watch this game.
Carlos Tevez, who I think will get, shall we say, a mixed reception if he comes on later on. He didn't play for his country between 2011 and this year, 2014. Didn't go to the World Cup. There was a lot of disappointment from some Argentina fans that he didn't go there. But a man who got 21 goals for Juventus last year, he's got 11 this season. He is a goal scorer.
Yep, no, he's top scorer currently in Serie A. He's recently got a really spectacular solo goal run from the halfway line.
Inside the last minute here at Old Trafford, it's 0-0, and here's Ansaldi. Back to Otamendi. Demichelis. 33 now, the Manchester City defender. He thought about charging forward there, but he's gone back, maybe wisely. Messi. Biglia. Di Maria. That could be a threatening ball in, but Beto, good decisive goalkeeping. I'm sure defenders like that. If your keeper comes out, takes command.
And also, yet again, it was 3 against 1 in the box in favour of the Portugal defenders.
Now Bosingwa, he's away on the right-hand side. Mascherano's with him. No messing from Otamendi. Minutes to be added on, we're into it now. I'm sure Argentina will be frustrated. They probably feel they've done enough to take the lead as Nani's ball in is quite a poor one. Andre Gomez then loses possession. Messi, was he being pulled back there? But it's difficult to get the ball off, isn't it? Strong, even though he's diminutive.
It's the sudden change of pace as well, and then the sudden stop. We talked to him earlier about being so fast. He's fast when he's running with the ball.
Ansaldi, good bit of skill. He's inside the area, into stoppage time, and that's a cross shot, really. And again, Beto holds on.
Messi goes from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds and back down to 0 in 1 second, and that makes it so difficult. And Ansaldi doing well here again, but again, risk to repeat myself, poor quality when it comes to crossing the ball into the box.
Last few seconds of this first half at Old Trafford then. It's Martin Atkinson, just a quick glance at the watch, just a minute added on, which we've had. Half-time, 0-0. Argentina dominance. Messi hitting the post. Di Maria shooting just wide as well. Di Maria, there was a very big concern about a foot injury picked up after a challenge with Nani, but he was okay. Ronaldo maybe had Portugal's only chance, which he put over the top. Pastore also with a header saved by Beto. So Argentina the better side, but at the break, Argentina 0, Portugal 0. And coming up after the break, reaction in the studio with Brian Robson and Gary Pallister.
Welcome back to Old Trafford. Well, all the pre-match talk was about these two guys, Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. And in this first half, it's Messi who's come closer to scoring, just hitting the woodwork. But Ronaldo's shown some terrific touches, and both have played their part in an entertaining first half, which Argentina have dominated. We are still awaiting the first goal. A little bit of spice in this game too, which is good to see for an international friendly. But at the break, it is goalless here at the Theatre of Dreams. Argentina 0, Portugal 0. Welcome back indeed. Robbo and Pally are with me here in the studio. And, well, we've watched what's been an interesting first half. A lot of the talk about the two main men, of course, and Messi's come closer to scoring. But ultimately, what have you made of what you've seen so far?
Well, I think Argentina look the stronger team. I think that's plain for everybody to see, and I think, you know, you're looking at the two players. I think Messi's got the better supporting act as well. I think he's been ploughing a lone furrow up there a little bit. Ronaldo not had the support that Messi had. You're looking at Higuaín and Di Maria and players for Argentina, and they're giving Messi plenty of support when he's on the ball, and that's the luxury that Ronaldo's not had.
Yeah, that's where I suppose it handicaps people sometimes if teams are rotated a little bit. Argentina have gone stronger than Portugal perhaps in those attacking positions, which has made it perhaps easier for Messi to shine over Ronaldo.
Yeah, when you're a top player, you need good players around you to help you. That's why it's a team game. You know, and Argentina are far stronger as a team. They've pressed really well in Portugal for the first 25 minutes. Couldn't even get out the half. And they didn't really string any passes together. So Argentina, yep, they have had the one chance with Messi, but you've got to give Portugal a little bit of credit that they have defended quite well. I mean, Di Maria had a bendy left foot shot which just went past the post. But other than that, there hasn't been anything apart from Ronaldo's at the other end. So, you know, Portugal have stood up to it quite well, seeing as though they've put them under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, let's have a look at some of those efforts then, starting with the Di Maria effort that you just mentioned, in fact. Obviously, we want to see him perform well for Argentina tonight, being a United player on his own patch, and after just 5 minutes he caught the eye.
It was here again, though. See, that was great pressing by Argentina. They get the ball back in a real dangerous area, and he's really unlucky, because I think if that was going just inside the post, I don't think the keeper would have got there.
Yeah, I mean, he's just curling it there, and he's just went to the wrong side of the post, and the keeper was really struggling. I think he thought it was probably going inside of the post, but it just went wide, and the chance went a begging.
Now, we talked about the obvious threat from Lionel Messi. After 11 minutes, he did get a chance to open the scoring, and I suppose this is where the way that he runs with the ball, a low centre of gravity and all of that, sometimes it's difficult to read which way he's going, what he's going to do to you.
Well, I think they found this the most productive part of the pitch. The right back certainly got forward on a lot of occasions as well. This is just a little 1-2. That's pretty bad defending, really, by Portugal. And then he nicks it under the keeper, and you think that's in, and it hits the post and goes the wrong side. So, great little movement from Messi, but the two lads there, they really need to be marking the run, the 1-2. Kind of slept in a little bit, and once he gets into that position, I know it's an acute angle, but he's just clever enough, isn't he, to nick it under the keeper and just catches the post.
Incredible to even get anywhere near the goalkeeper from that kind of angle, but he still managed to nearly squeeze it in.
Well, it's that pace, you know, over 5 yards, he's so quick. And then when he actually gets there, he's got short strides where he's got great balance and quick feet. And so that's why he can get away shots when other people never would. You know, people would be tackling you. But that's why Messi's such a great player.
Difficult for Ronaldo at times, we've mentioned that so far, but he has caught the eye a little bit in and around the centre of the field, really, when he's flicked the ball on, but also he's had a few chances.
Well, he's been doing quite a bit of work coming back as well, so which is great to see for a player with that talent trying to help his teammates out, because they have been under pressure in the first half, and this is the chance that comes to him. He turns the defender inside and out a couple of times, feints again, and then doesn't really threaten the goal. He'd be disappointed with the finish, maybe players in better positions. But it's his sort of first sniff of goal, and he wants to, you know what he's like, he wants to score in every game. A great bit of skill there, and you know he'd be disappointed he doesn't get his shot at least close at the target.
I think once the two players had got close to him there, just inside, I wasn't quite sure which midfield player had supported him, but you know he could have just nicked it off there. Maybe
it was because Coutinho was there, was screaming for the ball, wasn't he?
Because the two Argentine defenders had got close to him, and that's why he couldn't get his shot away.
Ultimately, 0-0 at half-time. I mean, are we going to see those two players catch the eye in the second half? Are we going to see someone grab this game by the scruff of the neck and really make a difference?
I think looking at the bench, Argentina will still be the dominant team. But I suppose it depends which way the managers want to play this. You know, who are they going to take off and who are they going to bring on? That could make a big bearing on the game, you know, the way it goes.
I'm sure the club managers would like them both to come off.
Well, and Di Maria as well. We were at the scare there, didn't we?
A hell of a stamp, didn't he, from Nani, which wouldn't have went down well with the Old Trafford faithful. You know, accidents like that on a pitch happen, and but he didn't have stamped down on his foot, and you wonder whether he was going to come back on. But I think he shrugged it off, and hopefully there's no problems for the weekend ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it was a worry, wasn't it? We talked straight away when we saw that. We wondered if metatarsal injury was there, and something like that. And you think, now we've got another problem, another injury problem.
Well, it was a stamp right on the top of his foot, and if his foot had just slightly been to the side, you know, it could have been. Yeah, if we watch here. I mean, I don't know what type of tackle that is from Nani, because normally you would slide in there and go with the side of your foot, where he's actually stamped down on Di Maria. There you can see it, and that is a sore one, whether you've broken your foot or not. That is a good bruise you're going to have for quite a few days.
I mean, looking at that again, I mean, he's not even going for the ball there, really. The ball's on the other side, and he's hit his standing foot. Maybe a little bit naughty from Nani, that one.
Well, there have been a few interesting challenges during the course of the first half. I wonder what we'll see in the second half. We'll find out, of course, after this break. Welcome back to Old Trafford. Argentina 0, Portugal 0 at the break. Let's just point in the direction of a few programmes coming your way in the next few days. On Friday, we have live under-18s football for you. United against Newcastle, live from Moss Lane in Altrincham. We start at 6:30. That's in the under-18s Premier League. And, of course, the weekend is all about the first team and United taking on Arsenal. We've got all angles covered for you, starting on Friday with the manager's press conference, with all the usual offerings, exclusive interviews with the players, the manager, and indeed the manager's press conference in full as well. Saturday is Match Day Live, best build-up, and of course your thoughts on the post-match phone-in and live radio commentary as well. And on Sunday, join us as we analyse whatever happens during the game in the big match debrief. And more live football coming your way as well in a few days' time as well. Blackburn Rovers against United in the Lancashire Senior Cup. That is on Tuesday at 6:30, live from Lee Sports Village. Portugal are back out on the field here at Old Trafford. Argentina are just wandering down the tunnel to join them, which means we will hand over to your commentary team for the second half, Terry Gibson, and first of all, Stuart Gardner.
With the news that Portugal have made 3 changes, and sadly Cristiano Ronaldo has gone off, along with Pepe, 2 Real Madrid players, and Dani. Triple change coming on, experienced swinger Ricardo Quaresma, Eder up front, and an international debut for Southampton's Jose Font, part of the stingiest defence in the Barclays Premier League, and the 30-year-old at last gets international recognition. So a triple change for Portugal. Meanwhile, for Argentina, Nicolás Gaitan is coming on, the Benfica midfielder, who is so often linked with moves to the Barclays Premier League. Indeed, he's been linked with a move to United over the years. So Gaitan is on, and Messi is off.
Oh no.
Shame.
Yep, disappointment, but
second half underway then. The 2 leading men, if you like, are no more. 3 changes Portugal, 1 change Argentina, which is a little bit deflating probably for the crowd here, who saw both players for 45 minutes. I think it's fair to say we saw considerably more of Lionel Messi than of Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, and I think that's because Argentina had the better of the first half, didn't they? More ball, more attacking play from Argentina. Messi did play the full 90 minutes in the game against Croatia at West Ham. Obviously big games coming up, thick and fast to his club side, same as Ronaldo. So she'll be in it. Entirely a surprise that they have departed both at the same time. They do everything else the same, don't they? So 45 minutes each tonight for the 2 big hitters.
Argentina possession. Here is Gaitan. Another attacking midfield option. Looking for Roncaglia. Dealt with by Gomez, under a bit of pressure. And he loses the ball, and that free kick goes the way of Argentina. Foul on Gaitan.
It's the Portuguese hatchet man, Nani again, wasn't it?
He almost took out Di Maria. Frankly, I'd rather he went off than Messi, just so he's fit for the weekend. Anyway, it's a free kick, Argentina, and that man Di Maria is going to take in the early stages of the second half here at Old Trafford. Di Maria swings it in, punched away by the goalkeeper Beto. And Di Maria's going to second chance to cross at a slightly better angle. Flicked on beyond Higuaín and dealt with by Beto. Sure, in the second half later on, I'm sure Aguero would love to come on, and Tevez, Zabaleta. I mean, you think 8 of this Argentina squad play in England, 5 in Manchester. Would have been 6 if Rocco would have been available. Manchester has become a very important city to Argentina.
I see Tevez going through his warm-up.
Just hope that the game doesn't drift. When you get so often in pre-season friendlies, as soon as substitutions are made, a raft of changes, the game drifts a bit. But they now have a centre forward, and Eder is that centre forward, and he's given away a free kick, fouling the goalkeeper. You're not allowed to touch keepers, Terry. No,
no. But it can lose its shape, can't it? Which in turn can mean that the defence becomes more open. Portugal defended really well in the first half against a good Argentine attack. You see there, shoulder to shoulder, isn't it, and the goalkeeper.
Eder, who has played at Old Trafford before, he was in the Braga team that were beaten 3-2 here, but he's not prolific. Hasn't scored in 15 caps. He's got 4 club goals this season, and he got 3 last season. So you're not exactly bringing on Alan Shearer up front. You've got Eder, but he is big, he is powerful, and he is pacey, and he may offer a different sort of threat for Demichelis and Otamendi.
Certainly, and then Fernando Santos would hope then that the pace of Quaresma and Nani in particular be able to thrive, and perhaps a striker that's running Demichelis and Otamendi back towards their own goal.
Rafa Benitez watching. Obviously he's got a family home up on Merseyside. Napoli manager. Some talk of him today, possibly returning to English football. Who knows? There might be a vacancy at Liverpool. I don't know. Alves. Gomez is closed down very quickly there. And here's Di Maria. Higuaín's offside. Oh, it's a shame. He was looking along the line. The flag was up straight away. Mike Malaki's flag was up way before the referee saw it. But he was looking all the way along the line there, and he must be so disappointed to have been caught offside.
Well, he should have been caught offside, and Di Maria does well. A lot of space there. Talks about the game opening up. Here's a close one, isn't it?
I'm not sure he was off.
No, Bruno Alves was deep, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The ball goes to Gonzalo Higuaín, so that's where the assistant referee should be making that decision, taking it off the run of Gonzalo Higuaín, who eventually tries to square it for Gaetan.
Gomez, the debutant, looks in a bit of trouble here.
He's holding his hamstring. He's going to be able to continue.
They do have
Luis Figo on the bench, with all the veteran players that they have in.
Get him on. Yeah. Guerrero is the obvious replacement at left back. And it looks like it's going to be the end for Thiago Gomez on his debut. But he can say, I kept Messi quiet, which is probably not quite true, but he can say it. And it is going to be Guerrero to come on at left back. Guerrero, who made his debut for Portugal on Friday against Armenia, plays in France with Lorient, so he's going to get a chance.
He's a younger player as well, isn't it? Fernando Santos crying out for some young blood. Just give the 20-year-old a chance to show what he can do.
Yes, he is 20. I mean, you mentioned experience. You thought, I mean, Quaresma coming on, and Quaresma is not exactly youthful. He's had a nomadic career. Quaresma been everywhere. He's 31, but he's been Porto, Barcelona, Inter, Besiktas. He's played in the Middle East. He's been on loan at Chelsea. He's been everywhere, Quaresma. So they've got a very experienced squad, Portugal. And now they're without their key player, Ronaldo. So it'll be interesting to see how they get on in the second half. Font heads clear. Font will probably think his call-up is long overdue. Now Eder putting the defence under pressure. Got to be quick here. Guzmán, and he is quick and clears well. But you already saw there, Eder is going to be so much more direct than, say, Danny.
And aggressive.
Now Higuaín. Di Maria waits. Far too close to the keeper.
There's a poor cross from Gonzalo Higuaín. He should be capable of, you see by his reaction, and now we're seeing an injury to Nani.
Nani's got a problem. I didn't quite see what happened there. Nani, he's just holding his ankle area.
He's pointing at some damage towards his ankle, and I would imagine to his sock, to explain to the referee that there was contact.
I think he's going to be okay to continue.
Yeah, I don't think there's an awful lot wrong.
Let's just have a look here.
He just gets clipped on the back of the ankle by Roncaglia.
It wasn't long ago, when we're talking 2011, when Nani was named United's Player of the Year. It wasn't that long ago. He's made 230 appearances for the club. Is there a way back for him at Old Trafford?
I probably wouldn't think so now. I think with the players that Manchester United bought in similar positions, similar players, it will be difficult for him, and I think the important thing for him, aspects for him, was to be playing regular football again. And then he will hope that he can find the form that led him to being Player of the Year at Manchester United.
Mascherano bump forward looking for Di Maria. He might have to do it on his own here, but doesn't really make contact with the ball. Out for the throw. Di Maria scored a terrific goal in the World Cup against Switzerland for Argentina in the last 16, but then of course he missed the final, got injured. Eder. Not sure how much wrong he did there. The big man from Braga.
He's not at the moment being allowed to be aggressive, is he?
It's really not a great deal in that. It is a physical game.
Otamendi doesn't mind dishing it out either.
No. Roncaglia. Biglia forward. Gaitan. Mascherano. His footwork. Tries to guide the through ball. And Di Maria puts his hand up as if to say, maybe I should have made that run.
It was a crafty pass, wasn't it, from Mascherano? He did catch Di Maria by surprise.
Mascherano's 5th season at Barcelona, nearly 200 appearances. Champions League winner against United at Wembley in 2011. 4 full seasons at Liverpool as well. Very useful player if you can slot in at centre back and midfield. Maybe I think he's a better actual footballer than many people think. I suppose you've got to be if you're playing for Barcelona.
Yeah, and I think he proved that at Liverpool, and I think it was a slight surprise when he went to Barcelona as a midfield player when they had the likes of Busquets, Xavi and Iniesta already taking up those positions. But it was even more a surprise when he was changed to a central defender. Everyone thought it was just going to be temporary. 3 years later, he's still doing it.
Through ball again, looking for Di Maria. He's playing certainly more central in this second half for Argentina. And throw-in goes the way of Argentina, who since that World Cup had a fantastic win in Germany, 4-2 in a friendly, 7-0 in Hong Kong. Beat Croatia last week, but they did lose to Brazil, which is a capital offence in Argentina. They did lose to Brazil in Asia in a friendly. Here's Di Maria. Higuaín waits in the centre. 2 on him. Nani comes back. Nani's already done damage to Di Maria, and Nani comes away with the ball. Deflects away for the throw. Di Maria, who had such an impact for United, and that goal he scored at Leicester, that chip, I mean, that's going to be shown time and time again. Thiago slices it slightly. Thiago, who's another player who announced his international retirement back in 2010, but he's been pulled back to the fray, the 33-year-old of Atletico Madrid. Mascherano.
The issue with Angel Di Maria is finding his best position. This is probably his 3rd or 4th position of the night in this game. He's been on the left, on the right, he's been up the middle, he's been in midfield, he's dropped deep and played as a second striker.
A card here for Thiago for fouling Mascherano. Thiago, formerly of Chelsea, you tend to forget he played at Chelsea when Jose Mourinho's first time around.
Let's come down on the shin of Mascherano. Again, it's not one of those rivalries, isn't it? Atletico Madrid player leaving one on a Barcelona player. We hope it was accidental.
Higuaín fouled Bruno Alves there. He's got his arms out wide, looking across at Mike Malaki, the linesman on this near side.
Well, Higuaín gesturing to the referee that it's a shoulder against shoulder. He probably is right. And no resistance from Bruno Alves.
I mean, he did his job, I suppose. He got a free kick, but really, you need to be stronger than that.
Yeah, it still irritates me. I know we've always seen attackers dive in and perhaps feigning injury, but now cinch defenders. It does irritate me slightly when you think back to. I think back to some of the cinch defenders that I played against. They were never going to go down onto the ground.
Name names.
Oh, all of them. They were never going to act and dive and feign injury and try and get a free kick. It was the last thing they wanted to do.
Ansaldi plays the ball forward. Away by Bont. His 6th season at Southampton, nearly 200 appearances after he joined from Palace. He's been there through League One up into the Championship, that amazing rise, and now here they are, thinking about the Champions League. Incredible.
And he's picking up an international cap as well, long overdue.
Nani, Eder, back to Nani. He did well to keep the ball there. Tackle comes in on full-back. Guerrero just couldn't get the cross in. And now at the other end, foot race between Di Maria and Gomez. Di Maria's gone down once more, but luckily he's okay to continue.
Andre Gomez did well to track the run of Di Maria. Bruno Alves eventually coming round on the cover as well.
Portugal on the attack. Eder waits in the centre, Nani at the far post as Moutinho just changes the angle of attack slightly to Thiago. Guerrero all the way along the ground, out as far as Thiago, chips a delicate through ball that was probably going nowhere in fairness, and Argentina clear. Here's Di Maria now. Can he have a run at this Portuguese back line? Higuaín waits in the centre. Di Maria onto his left foot, cuts inside, run into traffic. Mascherano. Gaitan.
I just feel Di Maria's trying so hard, isn't he? At times rushing it. Decision making hasn't been the best tonight, but there's no questioning his desire to do well. Roncaglia, the right back for Argentina, has performed really well tonight, and he's up against it in terms of taking the place of Pablo Zabaleta, who's the regular right back for Argentina.
Good skill. Now, shooting opportunity here for Di Maria. Just palmed by Beto. On target, but not really a problem for the Portuguese goalkeeper.
9% attempt on goal, and it's been a while since we've had one of a decent attempt. 1 or 2 near misses, 1 or 2 offside decisions, but I do see Beto makes quite easy work of it. Di Maria has been involved in the thick of all the attacking play, though, from Argentina.
11 goals for his country, Di Maria. We're going to see another change. And Carlos Tevez makes his return to Old Trafford. And Eric Lamela of Tottenham's coming on as well. Di Maria is going to be one of the players to make way, which will probably be a great relief to Manchester United fans, and Gonzalo Higuaín, the other player. So not bad though, is it, if you can bring on Carlos Tevez and Eric Lamela. It's fair to say Lamela hasn't really lit up Tottenham, even though he spent, what, £30 million on the winger. Di Maria okay, which is good news for everybody associated with Manchester United.
Yeah, a sigh of relief from Louis van Gaal.
We've seen that Lamela is capable of magic. We saw that in the Europa League with that Rabona goal. And Tevez, we know all about. A goal scorer here and across the city.
And he's going to give industry here, isn't he, in this game tonight? It's a little bit flat in the second half, and I'm sure he's going to liven things up. I think with Lamela as well, we have to bear in mind he is still only 22 years of age. There's lots of players we put into that category of young players learning their trade at 22 years of age, and And because he cost 30 million, I think we tend to overlook that.
Yeah, a lot to adjust to when you come to England. It'll be interesting to see how he gets on here. Lamela, certainly a very, very skillful player. Can he help out Tevez, give an opportunity or two? Well, we'll see. That's a good bit of skill. Tevez into the game straight away. Lamela. Well, the ball in there, it was a clever attempted ball by Biglia, but didn't quite work. It would have looked fantastic if it had worked well. High boot there. And that's a free kick.
Okay, so Otamendi being dramatic. Again, I don't think Quaresma does an awful lot wrong there.
Free kick then, long way out. Di Maria, Higuaín, Messi. The starting front three have gone off then. Now it's Gaetan, Tevez and Lamela. Plenty forward here. Dangerous ball driven across, but there was nobody really in the 6-yard box. He got well forward at Ansaldi, as he's done all evening. I think both full-backs have actually looked impressive, Ansaldi and Roncaglia for Argentina.
Ansaldi certainly enjoying life at Atletico Madrid, got him back into the international squad.
Tevez, Alves with an important challenge. And now on the counter-attack, Andre Gomez can't find a red shirt. Still we await the breakthrough here at Old Trafford. 0-0. Mascherano floats the ball in, dangerous ball in as well, but a header by Gaetan, who came in off that wing, guided wide.
It's a good position and a good long diagonal pass from Mascherano. He's picking it about well from that midfield position where he's sitting deep. No one's really put him under any pressure. A good range of passing. You can see exactly what Gaetan is trying to do there. Get away from his fullback, Guerrero, and then guide that back across goal. Beto pretends he has it covered. I think it was wishful thinking. Unfortunately for the Portugal goalkeeper, it does just drift wide of that far post.
Gaetan in his 5th season at Benfica. There was a time when he was linked very strongly with Manchester United, but nothing came of it. The attendance, by the way, 41,233 inside Old Trafford tonight. Portugal are going to make another change in a moment as well, and it's going to be another debutant, Adrian Silva. Mascherano, awkward clearance, but it did the job. One back. As soon as Portugal won that ball back, Eder ran to the edge of the area expecting the ball in. We'll get it now because it's a free kick. And the change is going to see the end of Andre Gomez as we see that free kick. And Adrian Silva is coming on for his debut, the Sporting Lisbon midfielder. And that's the end for Gomez. He's done a diligent job in midfield. But now Silva coming on.
Well, that's worked hard for Portuguese midfield players, and Thiago's still out there, the veteran midfield player.
Here's the free kick then. Plenty forward again. Alves, oh dear, that's very, very deep, but Alves is underneath it. He did well to make anything of that, really. It was a fairly poor delivery.
He took the wrong club completely, I think, there, Quaresma. Andre Gomez has been in great form this year for Valencia, playing in a slightly more advanced position than he has done for Portugal this evening.
That was a foul by Nani. It was a little bit unlike him, although, as you said, he's been the hatchet man tonight. He's been taking out all comers. And the free kick given. I'm not sure there was a great deal in it, but Roncaglia is making sure that everyone knows he's been hurt.
I think there was enough in that, actually, in the end. Roncaglia is slowing down to try and get to the ball and knows that if Nani does make contact and he's foolish enough to just shove him in the back, then he's going to go down. That's exactly what Nani did. It was a A ridiculous free kick to give away from Nani, right in front of the assistant referee.
And it means free kick Argentina in a very decent position. Swung in dangerously, headed out towards the edge of the area. Plenty stayed forward, but then a missed clearance. I think Basinga will be quite happy that nothing came of that, because he just slashed at the ball. Mascherano finds Demichelis. Biglia. Pastore. Forward come Argentina again. Roncaglia. And Roncaglia has played so much of the game inside the Portuguese half, the right fullback. Mascherano, lovely ball in, headed wide of the near post. Corner given, I think. Oh, the fullback was coming in again there. Ansaldi. And the corner given.
Again, it's Mascherano delivering the diagonal pass, and Portugal need to get someone closer to Mascherano.
Taken short. It's confused everybody. It's gone all the way back to Mascherano, who's delivered a couple of lovely through balls of late, delicate through balls as we enter the final quarter of the game, and still we await the breakthrough at Old Trafford.
You could imagine it would become untidy with the amount of substitutions that we've had. In fairness to Portugal in particular, who haven't had much possession of the ball now, keeping a good shape defensively, still working hard in midfield. And putting himself about up front, still making life difficult for Argentina.
Mascherano again trying to create, looking for Lamela, flags up on this near side. Offside. Mike Malarkey raising the flag.
It'd be nice if one of the teams at the very least just raise the tempo slightly. I can't even imagine one or two players are going through the motions at the moment.
So Bobby here tonight looking on, presenting Wayne Rooney with that cap, his 100th cap at Wembley the weekend. You know it's a bad sign when the Mexican wave starts. It started.
Well, it was a cheer, and I wondered what it was. I thought Messi and Ronaldo were coming back on.
Up you go, Terry, no? There you go.
I did, no one noticed. It's that small.
Roncaglia. Tevez getting to the edge of the area as the ball goes to Eric Lamela. Romero comes along the edge of the box. Mascherano. Roncaglia. Back it goes again. Possession from Argentina. Is there going to be end product? Guerrero. Oh, what's a foul by Biglia from behind.
The referee just about gets that right. It was just from behind, wasn't it? It was a good attempt to try and steal the ball back. Can't find a way through to goal by keeping possession against the well-organised Portuguese defence.
Thiago back to Beto. Thiago forward again. They haven't really been able to isolate Eder with either Demichelis or Otamendi in this second half.
Certainly if he can get a race against Demichelis with the ball over the top, he would be favourite, but such is the know-how and experience of Demichelis, he won't let that happen. He makes sure he's protected in front, he makes sure that midfield players of Portugal don't get time on the ball. And I guarantee you, if there's any chance of a ball over the top, he'll step up and try and play offside.
Yeah, he's wily, isn't he? He's so experienced. Bayern Munich or Malaga. He knows what he's doing.
Yep.
Skill from Guerrero.
It's not easy on the eye, is he, Demichelis? He's not lightning quick. I mean, if you compare him to Pepe, I think he's a much better defender than Pepe, but Pepe is a better athlete. But in terms of knowing what you're doing when you're dealing with things defensively, Demichelis is excellent at that. But he hasn't been tested tonight, has he?
Poor challenge that from Bruno Alves from behind, right in front of the referee. Got away with that in terms of a card, as we're going to see another change from Argentina in a moment. As Argentina flooding forward. Romero, very, very deep. Gaetan coming in, wins the header. It's going to be a double change, actually. Pereira is going to come on. I think another young player, Jonathan Silva, is going to come on. So Pereira on for Pastore is one of the changes. I think Pastore's been quite impressive. And Ansaldi is going to be replaced by Jonathan Silva. Pastore looks a good player.
He looks a very accomplished footballer tonight.
Pereira of Juventus comes on then, in midfield. And Jonathan Silva, just his second cap, his first cap was a sub against Croatia last week at West Ham, Sporting Lisbon, left back. So Jonathan Silva will slot in at left full back for Argentina.
You can tell the difference between the two teams tonight has been the fact I think there is genuine competition for places in a big competition in the summer for Argentina.
Yeah.
And Portugal have had their competitive match. Got the result against Armenia. Things are looking better for them now. When you look at the age of the players of Portugal, there's a lot of players here in this squad that pretty much know their position, know their status, know they're not going to get dropped if results keep continuing to go well. But there does look competition. We look at the full-back positions tonight, they've both been really good.
Yeah, been excellent. There's one of them, Roncaglia, just when you say that, gives the ball away.
Pastore, I agree with you, I think he's been man of the match tonight. Lucas Biglia, midfield, has played really well as well. Mascherano
he's done what you expect him to do, hasn't he? Yeah, Pastore, very good. Mascherano. Still a little more than 15 minutes to go, and you'd like the 40,000 people to actually see a goal. Oh, that's a bit of a two-footed lunge from Thiago. No, he's already been booked. If this was, if you like, a competitive game, he'd be in the shower now.
Yep, that would have been, no doubt, another yellow card.
Free kick, just a little pull back there on Thiago. Now, I think the referee cleverly and sensibly is having a word with Thiago, saying that's your final warming. I mean, you don't want to see a red card in a friendly. I think he's done well there, Martin Atkinson, because that is a little bit reckless.
Yep, no, it is, and it should have been a yellow card.
Got away with it.
And should you be allowed to? I don't think so. I think even more so in a friendly. If you're lunging in on opposing players like that, you're not doing them any favours.
It's kind of an unwritten rule, isn't it? You don't tend to get sent off, do you, in friendlies?
But then you shouldn't be tending to lunge in like that and maybe take out an opponent in a friendly. So
Eder frustrated there. The free kick was given. He would have been steaming through the middle, but there's a foul on Mascherano. Hurt his calf. Had a few words with Martin Atkinson.
There's a lovely shirt pulled by Quaresma. And just again down the back of his ankle.
I think he's going to be okay to continue, the Barcelona player. Tata Martino. He's got so many good players to work with. It's just about moulding it into an effective unit. Biglia. Nani. Perhaps a break on, but the control was poor in the end. Silva, the substitute. Now at the other end, Gaetan comes to the near post. It's towards Gaetan. Couldn't get proper contact.
He's taken up some really good positions, though, hasn't he? He's either stayed in the far post position and crosses from that flank.
Now Biglia, Argentina going for it here. Mascherano, back comes Eder. Eder trying to help out his defenders, but Roncaglia, a deep ball in, and that probably wasn't what was required at that point. Free kick. Oh, he's had an impact, Gaetan.
Yeah, he has, and you see Tevez just lays the ball out wide, the cross is whipped in quickly, and Gaetan does well. On the other occasions, he's stayed at that far post position. This time he makes a darting run towards the near post. He tried to improvise and get something on the cross and turn it goalwards.
Another change. William Carvalho is coming on for Thiago. He's probably been taken off before he gets sent off. I'm looking forward to seeing William Carvalho, because it is a player who is constantly linked with a move to the Barclays Premier League, including Manchester United. And he's coming on, the midfielder, powerful midfielder, who plays for Sporting Lisbon. 6 Sporting Lisbon players in this squad. I'm just looking forward to seeing what he's got, because so often you read that he's being linked with a club, and you don't really see him that often unless it's maybe the Champions League. Just see what he's made of in this game.
And he was linked with clubs with a huge transfer fee as well applied to it. 22 years of age, powerhouse midfield player.
Bruno Alves, 32 now, vastly experienced player, won so many trophies with Porto, so with Zenit, now with Fenerbahce. But this is really a taste of Portugal without Ronaldo, and it's I'm not sure there's a great deal happening for them. Biglia goes down. Now can they break out? Carvalho's first touch. Now Eder's bursting through the middle. He wants the ball played in. But Quaresma didn't do enough.
He hasn't done enough since he came on, has he? I talked about some of the Argentina players fighting for a position in the team. In the starting lineup, Quaresma is not delivering. He should be desperate to become a first-team player, first-choice player under Fernando Santos. It's a reckless challenge there.
A little bit, wasn't it, from Quaresma? It's like a frustrated challenge after a poor bit of play just moments before. Martin Atkinson's probably been a bit busier than he thought he was going to be tonight. Just getting a lecture for 31-year-olds. Roncaglia. Demichelis. Moutinho. Silva loses possession. Well, Font was taking no prisoners. There was only going to be one winner.
And I think he was right to then, to make sure he cleared the ball. Tevez does chase things down. He hasn't seen Sergio Aguero just yet. Probably not going to now.
Aguero scored a couple of goals for City in this stadium. Scored the winner against United at City earlier this season. He's been in great goal-scoring form. 14 goals in 16 games for City this season. But, well, we've got 10 minutes left, and there's no sign of him warming up, is there? Or coming just sitting there serenely on the bench.
Nope, there's no subs warming up now. It does appear as if that's the end of the changes from both managers. It's been down to the last 10 minutes. Winning goal.
Our last 10 minutes. Are we going to see a breakthrough? Tevez tries a little flick. It's quite a sturdy challenge on him, but he stood up to it. He is a strong, low centre of gravity, difficult to shake off the ball, Tevez. Eder.
Argentina have a few players like that, haven't they?
And over the years they've had a few. Here's Nani. Oh, he was just trying to slide that through. So Guerrero was in position. Alves with a header. Nani again. Now, can he get a decent ball in? Eder's waiting, but he was closed down by 3 players, but he's won the free kick, and maybe this is an opportunity with Alves charging forward now to get into the area with Eder. An opportunity for a set-piece goal for Portugal in the final 10.
Well, would be against the run of play, but This is a genuine chance. Guzmán hasn't been under too much pressure. He's there with 1 or 2 crosses.
Nani will take.
Has got the quality.
Yeah.
But has he on this occasion?
Well, is it set up for Font to get the winner on his debut? Oh dear. So frustrating. Second opportunity for Nani now. No free kick. Oh, I thought he wasn't going to give a free kick. He has in the end. And it's going to be another card. And Lamela gets booked.
He does leave his foot in on Nani as well. And again, it's a stupid decision.
Yeah.
He gets there, makes the challenge.
But wasn't that free kick frustrating? Didn't beat the first man.
One of the most frustrating things for all coaches, even supporters in general. You know, you see 10 minutes to go. It's a good chance to get a good delivery into the box. How many times do you see a player not get it off the floor, hit the first defender?
Now, Quaresma, it's a long way out. If Ronaldo was on the field, you know he'd be shooting. You'd know he'd be shooting. But Quaresma, it's got to be 35 yards, possibly more. Quaresma. Oh, what page of the coaching manual was that on? I don't think he's done his chances much good, actually, Terry, since coming on.
He's been not good. I was picking my words carefully.
You were fighting for words there.
He's been diabolical.
Look at the winner.
Lack of effort. And that was ridiculous what he just tried then. I thought he should have shot. I thought with some players do have it in their locker, they can hit from long range, get lots of movement. Sometimes the further out, the more movement you get on the ball.
It was so lackadaisical, wasn't it? Oh.
Yeah, it was absolutely ridiculous.
Alves now. A few fans just starting to leave here at Old Trafford. Tevez. Maybe a late goal for Argentina, but well tracked back, and you can't call that a back pass, and Beto collects. A little bit frustrated there from Pereira. Beto has a few fans leaving because they just gave a traffic announcement over the PA system. It sounded a bit grisly, actually. I think some sort of route. Terry's looking worried now. Yeah, so a lot of people heard that and thought, right, we better go.
It's been a lot more competitive than I thought it would be, which in turn has made the game a little bit of a stalemate. There isn't the space I imagined there would be for this glittering list of attacking players. I think both teams have defended really well.
Here's Nani again, closed down really quickly. 2 men on him. Mascherano, always giving it away, maybe for the first time tonight. Now Quaresma goes on a run. Does he win a free kick? No, he doesn't. He wants one. He's slamming the ground in frustration. Martin Atkinson was on the scene pretty quickly. He says a fair challenge. And now at the other end, Argentina on the counter-attack. Tevez, it's just behind Tevez. It's Lamela. He's got a good left foot, Lamela. Makes a little bit of space. In comes the cross. Headed out. I thought he was going to hit it there, Lamela. Maybe it was set up for him to hit. Tevez. Biglia. Just some of the steam has gone out of this attack now.
I think Lamela should have taken the attempt on maybe a young player. A little bit of experience at international level, just perhaps feeling he's doing the right thing by laying it off to a teammate.
Free kick. Nani's given it. Another foul by Nani. Putting himself about tonight. Here he is again. Again, he closed down so quickly. Biglia gets through so much work. Okay, he's given away a free kick, and then Nani getting involved in a bit of argy-bargy. Demichelis.
Demichelis probably getting slightly irritated by the fact that Nani has done so many fouls. Biglia's player involved there. Demichelis gets involved, and Nani just gets Demichelis in a headlock.
Bit of cross-Manchester rivalry.
I was just going to say, between the Argentine and ex-Bayern Munich player, Malaga player, and Nani, the Portuguese player now at Sporting Lisbon.
Free kick, Portugal, that Bruno Alves will take. Up towards Eder, who didn't leave the ground there. Mind you, he didn't have much chance to leave the ground. He was being very tightly marked, shall we say. At fairly, according to Martin Atkinson. Portugal have the ball. Forward by Silva. Eder. Valio goes in with Mascherano. That's a good battle. Font heads it down. Argentina have it. 3 minutes to go at Old Trafford in this friendly. I say, when you looked at the team sheets beforehand, the obvious thought wasn't 0-0.
I agree with you. It's a big surprise. I think they've been at the top of the game, the attacking players from either side.
Yeah.
I think the defences have been pretty solid. Whoever's played in defence, loads of changes.
Pereira. Lamela. That's poor,
just
really.
The one change in the Argentine back four during the game, isn't it? Ansaldi off and Silva on.
Yeah.
Roncaglia, Demichelis and Otamendi have been good. Jose Font has come in a good debut in the second half. Bruno Alves has been excellent again. Hasn't given any chance to Gonzalo, Higuaín, Lamela, Tevez, Gaetan, Messi, whoever's played up front. But it's not what we were hoping for, I must admit. I certainly wasn't anticipating defenders being on top tonight.
Guerrero, Nani. No, I was feeling sorry for defenders when the team sheets came out, but they've been fairly dominant. Alves blasts a wonderful pass over to that right-hand side. Can they get a good ball in now towards Eder, who goes in, and he goes down. And some appeals for a penalty in there, but nothing doing.
Well, it shows determination. He does exactly what a good centre forward should do, and the ball is whipped in really quickly. It's a good cross towards the near post. He gets the first touch, then it does come off his hand. There's no hint of a penalty. Argentine defenders slide in, go to ground.
Eder and Elder Postiga, the vastly experienced striker, the two striking options, if it's centre-forward options for Portugal. But Postiga has never been prolific. Well, he's got a good record at international level, but at club level, he's never been prolific, really. But a chance to get the ball in the area. And they do have some big men. And this would be, what a time to score this would be in the last minute. Portugal, can they pinch it right at the death? Carvalho's in there, Eder is in there, Alves as well. Again, it doesn't beat the first man. It would drive you mad if you're a manager. Carvalho holds off two men, does well, plays in Quaresma.
Sham Rotino with that attempt, wasn't it? And that's something you practice when you're 10, 12, 13 years old, getting the ball off the floor. Some wasted set pieces from Portugal tonight.
We've had a very much unwanted intruder on the pitch, but we're now into stoppage time and 2 minutes added on. It's Portugal who have it. Guerrero, lovely ball in, looking for Eder. He fired that in, and in the end the clearance was effective. Villa loses possession. Here's Carvalho. There's a slip there. Silva does well. His shot is blocked, I think, by Eder, by his own player, but Eder waits in the area. Rear chance! And a goal for Portugal right at the very, very end. Well, we've had to wait for 90 minutes for the net to bulge, and Portugal, who've been up against it for most of the game, have picked it right at the very, very end, and they're going to win this friendly at Old Trafford. Argentina 0, Portugal 1.
They're absolutely delighted, aren't they? They do get players forward. They realise it's possibly the last chance of the game. And it's Guerrero, the left back, the substitute. Unfortunate, the shot is deflected by Eder. They chase it down. Quaresma gets it back into the box, in the 6-yard box. And it's a fine diving header. And it gets the win for Portugal. There's going to be no chance for Argentina to come back at this stage of the game.
Well, what a sucker punch that was. We wondered if there was going to be the breakthrough, And what is the breakthrough in the end? It comes from the substitute left back. Who'd have thought that in a game brimming with so much talent? The substitute left back, Rafael Guerreiro, plays for Lorient in France on his second cap, has got the winner surely against Argentina in stoppage time. Font with a real up and under. Last few seconds, Alves just needs to get this clear and he lumps it clear. Incredible end.
They have restricted Argentina to very few chances, though, despite being outplayed possession-wise. And that time they committed players into attack and it was successful.
Portugal win it with virtually the last kick of the game. The substitute left back, Rafael Guerreiro, diving header, unmarked, to win it for Portugal. Argentina had so much possession in this game, so much of the ball. In fairness, they didn't create that many clear-cut chances, although in the first half, Messi hit the post, Di María and Pastore both came close. It was a stalemate in the second half. It looked certain to end 0-0, but right at the very end, Rafael Guerreiro, his second cap, his first international goal. What a moment for the 20-year-old. And it means that Portugal have beaten Argentina at Old Trafford. Only the second time they've ever beaten Argentina, and the first time since 1972. But it's Portugal's night at Old Trafford. So late, in stoppage time, Rafael Guerreiro, what a great moment for him, the substitute left back, and he has a very wide smile. Memorable for him. Argentina 0, Portugal 1 at Old Trafford. That's how it's finished in this international friendly. And join us after the break, Dave Stowell, Brian Robson and Gary Pallister with more reaction.
Welcome back to Old Trafford. Well, we promised you goals tonight with so much attacking talent on the pitch. We didn't think it would come from a left back. We didn't think it would be a header. We didn't think it would be with the last touch of the game, pretty much. But that's the way it finished. Argentina 0, Portugal 1, the final score here at Old Trafford in what was becoming a little bit of a sleepy affair until the last few seconds. Well, it's been good to have your company tonight, and it's been good that everyone sort of stuck with that game, because it wasn't the greatest, the most sparkling of games, particularly after Messi and Ronaldo went off. But ultimately, Portugal won't mind too much about that. They got the win.
No, I think going into the game, you know, you're looking and you're thinking Portugal, Argentina, great players, and it's going to be a really exciting match. It didn't really bear fruit to that, because I thought Portugal defended right away through the game really well. You know, they didn't really give Argentina too many chances at all. And okay, they didn't do much pressing themselves, but good way for them to win the game right in the last minute. But I think it's because of the defensive setup is the reason why they went on to win the game.
Yeah, kudos to Fernando Santos and his team, because ultimately Argentina had a lot of the play and had a lot of the early chances in the game as well, didn't they?
Well, in the first half, yeah, but I think there was only one real chance, I think, for Argentina in the second half. They had the offside decision that went, which was right against them when they cut them up early on in the second half. But I think the only other chance was the Di María effort on target. And as you say, it turned into a rather drab affair. Too many substitutions, which you do see in friendlies. You know, the clubs wanting the international teams to protect the players before they go back to the weekend games. And when you see that happen, you know, you lose all the rhythm of the game, and that's what we saw tonight. But you know, Portugal will take something away from it. They scored a goal in the last minute of the game to win it, and even though you'd say they probably did deserve it overall, they've nicked it.
That's football sometimes, isn't it? Let's have a look at the only goal of the game. And we talked about all of the famous surnames, didn't we? Messi, Ronaldo, Higuaín, Di María, and all the likes. And in the end, Rafael Guerreiro, the left back, plays centre forward. All the space in the world in that penalty area in the end to just nod it home.
It's very fortunate as well, isn't it? You've got to see it. Ricochets off the centre forward. And, you know, the goal missing, actually, the Argentinian defenders. Look how much, I mean, there's a guy there in front of me, he just goes to the wrong player, I guess. he's got to protect the middle of his goals, and he's free 6 yards out, and he's never going to miss it from there. Keeper's got no chance.
You've got to be fair to Portugal as well, though, because like they've been defending most of the game, and then there's only a few minutes to go in the game, and yet they had 6 people around the box there. They had 4 people in the box and 2 people backing up on the edge of the box. So that's been quite brave, seeing as though you've been on the back foot for most of the game. So credit to them.
Is that lack of concentration, though, at the end from Argentina? I mean, if you're a centre-half in that position, are you losing concentration there?
He's always disappointed to concede goals, but I mean, there's nobody anywhere near him, 6 yards out in the middle of the goals, and there's not an Argentinian player within 5 or 6 yards of him. So, you know, they'll look at that themselves and be disappointed. But I guess I think everybody thought it was petering out into withdrawal. There was nothing really going to happen. A little ricochet like that opens something up for Portugal. Good delivery in, but yeah, he's 6 yards out with nobody anywhere near him, and you know, puts it away. So they'll be disappointed with giving him that kind of space.
It was a strange one, wasn't it? Because obviously we're going to look back at the highlights of the game now, and at one point we thought we might have to show the Mexican wave again, and a lad ran on the pitch, but it was a bit half-hearted as well.
Yeah, what's the point?
But if we actually look back at the early signs, it all pointed towards Argentina getting the breakthrough in getting a victory, maybe by a couple of goals, particularly with Angel Di Maria after 5 minutes here, with the chance of the first half, really.
Yeah, I mean, he gets it onto his favoured left foot, and when he gets that half a yard, you expect him to hit it on the target, and he's went for the far stick and he's just knocked it wide. But as you mentioned before, he's got a wonderful left foot, and once it's opened, he gets the curl on it, but just not quite enough to get it inside the post.
And fingers crossed that foot of his is okay after the challenge from Nani, which we saw in the first half. We saw Di Maria carry on, and did have a chance in the second half as well on the hour mark.
Yeah, in the second half, this was the best chance, if you can call it a chance. I mean, but he struck it really well. But the keeper's quite comfortable on it. But when you look at it, I mean, great power, accuracy, but that's the best we saw right up until the last minute. From both teams, where somebody might have scored.
And we saw him, of course, in one of Argentina's recent games, absolutely tear Germany to shreds, as Argentina won by 4-2. So good to see him in on the action tonight and making an impression on the game, and hopefully fine for the weekend, and it'll be tricky for Arsenal.
Yeah, I mean that was the worry when we saw him go down to that challenge. I mean, it's one of them injuries that actually can get worse after the game. You've been stamped on, your adrenaline's getting you through the game. And when he gets off the pitch, I'm sure he's going to have a bit of bruising on there, and he'll be having a lot of ice on it tonight, I would have thought, and maybe over the next couple of days, just to make sure get any kind of swelling down, and he's fit for Saturday. Yeah,
at least he hasn't got a lot of travel to do. He's here.
Well,
so
that's true.
That's
a bonus, he's getting treatment there. I mean, I'm sure.
And thankfully, it's not a Wednesday game. It's a Tuesday game, which just gives you that extra day to get over it.
Yeah, Lionel Messi was always going to be part of the headlines at the beginning of the game, at least, and nearly made the headlines at the end of it as well. Had this gone in after 11 minutes, it's a totally different match then, isn't it?
Well, this was the best move of the game. That's a fantastic ball. Little 1-2, keeps it down, beats the goalkeeper, but just clips the post. So for me, that was the best move of the game.
Yeah, I mean, he's just onside. Yeah, I'm still sitting with the defender. It's too easy. The defender gives up. It's a little 1-2. He's got to go with the runner. Doesn't. Lets a player like Messi in like that. And he's cute enough from that angle to put it under the keeper as well. Just catches the post and drifts wide of that. But as Robbo said, best move of the game. And he was quite lively along with Higuaín and Di Maria in that first sort of opening 20-25 minutes.
Well, we've seen a bit of Messi. Let's see a bit of Ronaldo. It seems that the appropriate thing to do. Ronaldo in the first half with this effort, and I think we would all agree that at times he wasn't. Well, on this occasion, he wasn't sure which foot to shoot with. He can shoot with both. Yeah. He picked the chance.
I think it's terrific skill from him, because he turns him inside out once or twice and gets the shot. I'm disappointed with the shot, but he just didn't really. He didn't get any support tonight, Ronaldo. As we said at half-time, I didn't think he had the players around him to kind of help him, which Messi did, and therefore he didn't get the chance to shine in that first half that he was on. But this is what he's all about. I mean, people know he can shoot with either right foot or left foot. He's going to hit it with power, And that's the beauty of that, because he goes on the right, I think, well, he can strike it well with that, and then he goes back on the left, he can strike it well with that, and they're trying to react to it, and he makes a little bit of space for himself, but unfortunately, high, wide and handsome.
Indeed. Okay, we will talk more about Ronaldo, Messi and co. Short break, stay with us. Welcome back to Old Trafford. Portugal have won here by 1-0 tonight against Argentina. Let's continue our look back on the action by looking at Cristiano Ronaldo in action this evening, back here at Old Trafford. Good to see him back, always here with a smile on his face and with plenty of support from the crowd here tonight. And, well, it's always a pleasure to watch someone like that play football, isn't it? And didn't get on the score sheet as perhaps the script would have predicted, but some nice touches.
And I'm sure he was very comfortable coming back to Old Trafford, a place he knows so well. And as you say, he had some lovely touches on the ball, but never really had a chance to showcase his skills as much as he'd like, because I said I don't think he got the support. But in fits and starts, wonderful imagination, great technique, great touch. This is the best of him, turning people inside out and getting a shot off. But yeah, ultimately, I don't think he really had an awful lot of support tonight.
What would we need to spend to get him back here?
Whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Especially if it was the end of this season, because he's still young enough to have some good years in him. Hopefully that would happen. The fans would be absolutely delighted. And like I think it was Terry Gibson said before the game, you hear rumours and that Ronaldo would like to come back. So that would be great if we could do it, because defenders like Polly has been saying about the way he twists and turns and everything like that. Defenders have got twisted blood when they play against him, and that he's just, you never know what he's going to do.
Yeah. Lionel Messi, of course, in action here tonight. Great to have the two of them on the pitch together, and indeed they left the pitch together effectively at half-time as well. Didn't come out for the second half. But again, terrific to watch him play. And I suppose those two players, it's special when you have two players really competing at the top of their game, isn't it? Over the last 5 or 6 years, no one else has won the Ballon d'Or. It's been shared between the two of them.
Exactly right. I think Messi, I think, was it 4 years in a row, 3 years in a row, 4 years, I think, that he's won it. And rightly so. What he's done has been incredible. But it must have been so frustrating for Cristiano, because there's him scoring bags and bags of goals, and this little maestro keeps winning the Ballon d'Or. And it's something that he wanted in his locker, something he probably felt as though he needed to sort of complete his career, if you like. And he's thoroughly deserved it over the last 18 months. I think, as I said earlier on, I think he has been the best player in the world. Messi's not hit the same heights as he's done in the previous 3 or 4 years, due to injuries and what have you. But Cristiano has certainly gone from strength to strength. To score the amount of goals he scored, and he's so powerful as well, and he's good in the air. I mean, he's got all the attributes to be the best player in the world.
Sorry, Robert, just to interrupt you, because we've got Stuart Gardner is down in the tunnel like a coiled spring. He's with Nani.
Nani, it's good to see you back at Old Trafford. Did you enjoy that 90 minutes?
Yeah, of course. It's always a pleasure to come to Old Trafford and play a game of football. It's always a great feeling. I was so excited to come here and then enjoy this game, especially when I know it's my home. Most of the supporters is Man United supporters, so I was very happy to be here.
How are you getting on at Sporting Lisbon this season?
It's feeling good. Like I said in the beginning, I wanted to go to play more and try to get on my best. So the things is going well. I'm working hard to be on my best. So I just want to continue to work very hard and then do it well.
You still keep an eye on what's happening here,
yeah,
United here in England?
Of course. I continue to follow Man United every day. Of course, the things is not doing very well, but I'm very confident the future will be better.
Great to see you. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Great to just catch a quick word with Nani there. You were in full flow. I interrupted you.
No problem, Dave. All I was going to say is that we talked about the top players, attacking players, and that's the way the game really went. The only people who got half chances, Messi had 2 shots, one from play and one from a free kick. Then you've got Ronaldo had probably Portugal's best chance up until the last minute, and María had 2 shots, and that's what you got through the game. So what you would class as the 3 best forwards on the pitch, all the shots came from them and the excitement came from them.
Yeah, well done to them tonight. Good to see all of that this evening. Well done to Wayne Rooney as well, who scored 2 goals for England this evening against Scotland. He just keeps rolling on in his quest to beat Sir Bobby Charlton's record. Guys, we have to go. We have to go, I'm afraid.
Gordon McQueen, are you watching?
Thank you, guys. Thank you for your company as well. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.